Hey, bro.
Huh?
Let me ask you a question, man. Why you ain't change clothes, bro?
Let me ask you a question. Every time you see me, you gotta ask me a question like you 50 Cent asking people 21 questions.
But, bro, you gotta have some hygiene,
Let me
man.
ask you, did you take a bath last night?
Of course, and that's what I'm telling you, man. You gotta have some hygiene,
Well,
man.
congratulations, because I'm homeless and now I have the luxury to take a bath every night and wash clothes like that. So be grateful for what you got and stop always talking about people and stuff. That's what's wrong with people. They always talking about people instead of trying to help them and stuff. Just thank God that you able to take a bath and change your clothes every night. I might have them on the next day and the next day and the next day. That's between me and God. You worry about yourself. Any more questions?
You good,
Oh,
bro.
I'm right down what I thought. Have a blessed day.
Black America. While we celebrate symbolism of having a black woman in the White House and a black woman in the Supreme Court, right now as we speak, black women are the most likely to lose their house. Black men have the shortest lives, black children have the highest suicide rate, and even though we are around 15 to 20% of the population, we are over 55% of those living in the streets. We are going to be third-class citizens in the nation we built. We better wake up and vote for real policy. Vote for Greg Marcel Dixon. Repair Black America to fix America.
If you're tired of being censored on social media, join 6zeros.net. It's black owned, black operated, and black moderated. And we make sure it stays a safe space for us to talk about all things black culture. We also got some cool gear like the FDM Cotton Crew Neck, the Fearless Ancestors Tee, hats, and more. Check us out at 60s.net.
Hey girl, why are you so sad?
I just got banned from Twitter again.
Should have been on 60s.net. Ah.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. And as you can see, I have some guests with me on this Friday evening. So if you are just now coming in, please hit the like and share button and definitely share this on your social media right now. Because I got some good brothers here on the stage with me tonight. So without further ado, I'll get right on into introducing these brothers. First up, of course, we have Brother Afro Elite. Would you like to say something to the people, brother?
Just be one to the family. I'm kind of moving right now. I'm going to get situated. I'm going to speak a little bit later, but thank you very much to the host. Shout out to the host, Beatzilla, for having this. I greatly appreciate the invite, and we're going to have a great, productive conversation as we always do.
Yes, indeed. All right. And next to our brother Afro Elite, we have Black Alpha Network. What is going on, my brother? Holla at the people.
Man, peace and love, brother. It's always a pleasure to be in the presence of a bunch of great young black FBA B1 certified minds. As soon as you gave me the invite, man, I was there. I was like, hey, I'm where everybody needs me, man. So I salute everybody. Peace, love, and reparations to the whole team, and I'm looking forward to the night.
Absolutely. And last but not least, thus far, and we might have a few more joining us, of course. We have two. I guess this would be my left. We like the Brady Bunch. Is Brother Kid Gravity Beyond? Holler at the people, let them know about yourself.
Hey, y'all, Gravity. Any day above ground living. It's your favorite reformed coon. We don't do this no more, but I'm glad to be here because Beatzilla is the homie, Afro Elite is the homie, Black Alpha Network is the homie. The other guests that'll come on, they are, I don't know if they're the homies. We'll just say that.
Yes, indeed.
Let's get productive and let's be B1 forever. B1 over everyone.
Facts. All right. Well, thank you. Without further ado, let me holler at everybody in this chat. Let's see what we got so far. And, if you're wondering, if you're trying to get into the chat, all you got to do is subscribe, and you will be participating just like everybody else. So don't hesitate. Do it right now. Melanated Brown, of course, Kid Gravity, Judah Queen, Silent D Productions, S. Mont, Tasha Peters in the house, Black Voltron Reloaded. Hopefully he will be joining us on this stage soon. Let's see. Oh, yeah, La Cat. We are now international. And
I think.
Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah,
you know what I'll do? I just saw it. Let's see. Okay, Lawrence Lilly. Of course, Nikki the God. Chief moderator in the house. We got Queen Alpha in the house. B1, sister. Desmond Works. There goes CJ Black. And Quasi Black Star. And, of course, Black Alpha Network in the house. And, okay, so let me get this link. You can go ahead while I'm shooting him this link. You can go ahead and say any if y'all want to say anything. Because right
Hey,
now, I just want to talk on the position of our politics as far as the B1 space goes.
mhm.
Because we have a lot of people that have that issue to where when you say, well, hey, this is what we're doing here, they're always like, well, what is the what is your plan? So I want to really more or less come up with something that the family could easily drop on a dime, because people would say, oh, okay, reparations, but what else? What else does a black agenda look like? Well,
Mhm.
I want to sit up here and see if we can give a good solid idea to the family, and begin this conversation for what this looks like, so people could have this information and be ready, instant, in season or out of season, to just drop it on a dime what our agenda is.
All right, let's start it off. We do have some breaking news, folks. It's nothing bad, depending on how you look at it. But yeah, Biden today said he told the states, whatever money you got left over from what I gave you for the coffee venereal disease, put that towards the police. There's going to be more cops coming, folks. So I think it's time for us to start establishing neighborhood watches again. We need a buffer between them. We know the cops are going to go crazy, especially up in New York. And if y'all can't get there, we got a low budget option for you. Y'all better learn how to defend yourselves in your homes.
Right?
So if you got any old Snapple bottles, and I'm talking about the glass ones, not the new plastic ones they got, you better learn to tape them together and put ammonia and bleach in case you gotta bug out of the house real quick. I know them race soldiers, they like to be what's the word? Gestapo.
Gestapo.
Yeah. Yeah, they might be on that wave this summer. So yeah. But I'm not gonna go too far because I don't want to get flagged. So be
Yes, it's
careful.
all good. It is all good. But no,
Yeah.
man, that's absolutely something that I wanted to touch, because that literally just happened today. If you guys don't know,
Mm-hmm.
I woke up to it this morning.
Yeah.
That's literally what I woke up to on the news. Like, did my ears hear that correctly? So yeah,
Yeah.
he just gave the police some more money, and he
Some more
didn't even
money.
have to really even find it. He just, oh well, hey, this surplus over here could help you out, but the cops need it.
Yeah.
Oh, you said pin the
Hey,
street
yeah,
guard.
he's been doing a lot of that lately.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's been doing a lot of that. He's been getting, as you all say, that crime bill 2.0. He's been getting that real situated underneath the surface. He got all his first blacks and all those legality positions. He's got the cops loaded up. A couple months ago, he had that little crime initiative where he's talking about sending people to the inner cities. He started talking about that. Then he has this today.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been getting it ready. Right time for the summer. Right time for the summer, man. This is all the backlash, or say the white lash of us being on code. As we come on code and we have these spaces and these black minds, and we're on game right now, coming up with real black agenda, like Brother Beatzilla said, this is their counter to that. So
mm-hmm.
and the crazy thing is that we all predicted it. You can look at everybody's timeline on Twitter, Instagram. I don't know about Facebook, they be over there cooning, so I know they was talking about Bo Blue no matter who. But us real ones, man, we were calling all this. We knew it was going to happen. We knew he was going to get elected on some BS. We knew he was going to start writing Crime Bill 2.0. We knew he was going to get some ex-cops and some ex-DAs, and he's going to get them in a position to come after us. We called it all. Unfortunately, for the people who voted for them, they hide right now anyway, so it's hard to find them.
Mm-hmm.
But, for us right here, man, we're locked and loaded, and that's why spaces like this tonight, and that's why I thank you, B. Zilla, for putting this together. Spaces like this tonight, it gets us prepared for that wave that they're going to send at us coming this summer.
I will.
Absolutely.
Um, Sorry for interjecting, but I just wanted to touch on that real quick. The real ones, if we know our history on Joe Biden has always been, quote unquote, strict on crime and tough on crime. We knew Joe Biden's history for the longest time. So it's not surprising to B1 society what he's doing, that he's, giving cops money and he's doing this for police. We're not surprised at all that he's not doing anything to punish them whatsoever, because he's always been about making crime bills, putting his name on crime bills, giving the money to police, supporting the police. He's always been like that. He just kind of toned down that a little bit during his campaign to make him seem like he was the better alternative to Trump. But historically speaking, We're not surprised. We knew this is the page he was on. He hasn't shifted. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Joe Biden is an old racist dog, so this is the same tricks that he's been doing for years.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Go ahead, brother. Was you about to say something, Kick Out?
No, I'm
Okay.
just looking for this tweet I'm trying to send you.
Okay.
Oh, I
Oh,
got
hey,
it.
hey, sincere, the love God. Peace, peace, and blessings, brother. And feel free, man, if you want to join us on this stage, by all means, come on up here. I'll add you.
Be still
Yeah.
grab a taste on that one that I just sent in the private chat. Grab a taste on that.
Let's see what I got here.
Lord, we got to watch out for these. We got to watch out for the mammies.
Kid, brother Kid, who was that lady, man? I seen you exposing her on your show the other day. The Tamika
Oh,
Mallory.
Feeny X. Oh,
Man, first off, I salute you because that
Oh,
was a good ass episode, brother. I salute you on that one.
where'd you send
They,
that to me?
they, they're pulling them out.
private chat
Oh,
on the StreamYard. Yeah, private chat.
oh.
Yeah, Feeny. She pissed me off when I went on Instagram and saw her name was a Feeny X. I was like, oh no, I got to really get her. And the exposing I did, boy, it sucks too because she's a Jamaican. It sucks.
Mm.
But,
Okay.
but like I said, when she was talking with black folks, she got the flags loud and proud, including that LGBT flag. But when she went to go talk to them white boys, she blocked out. She blurred her background. I was like, oh, okay, we know what it is about. Oh, I put it in the video. She ain't. She still ain't blocked me yet, so I'm gonna keep going. I need her to block. I need her to block me.
Okay. And okay, Kid Gravity, I'm just now looking at what you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's funny. Matter of fact, let's talk about this real quick. Because I noticed the back and forth with our brother, and also first, real quick, let me introduce to bringing to the stage brother Black Voltron. Brother Black
Hey, good.
Voltron is in the house. Go ahead, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Hey, good evening. Big B wants salute to you, brother Beatzilla PDX, Kid Gravity Beyond, Afro Elite, Black Alpha Network, and everybody in the moderators and everybody in the B1 chat. Appreciate you having me up today.
That's what's up, brother. Welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And again, just to well, you've been here because you was already in the chat, so you know what's going on. I'm not sure if you caught the exchange between brother Great Black Shark and the sister KD and this Vanessa Enoch.
Yeah. I just caught it like just before I got in there. I threw some shots at her on Twitter too.
Okay.
I just caught it.
Yeah, I put a shot at her too.
Yeah, I
But
be sniping, baby.
ooh,
You know.
I seen her this morning. So what happened is she actually ended up going into the space. And so Great Black Shark was in there, and also I think it was a KD was mainly like moderating that one.
Right.
But it was definitely a interesting space, and then she got to where her point was, and this is something that we're going to have to be on the lookout for these blue no matter who candidates that they're going to be trying to inch over here to the grassroots, trying to get credit here, because even this sister here, she let it be known clearly on her page that this reparations mess, I'm about the bag. Okay, well, all of
Okay.
a lot of things in our community could be remedied with reparations, but she's all about everything else. And then she went into some spiel about how she is serving the interest of her constituents in her district, which is mostly white.
Yeah, I only caught like a piece of a thread because I didn't know about the space, man. I wish I could have been up in there, man. But
Man,
I
I'm
caught a piece of the
Yeah.
thread about her talking about immigrants, and I just said, "Oh, you apparently didn't get the memo. We about foundational Black American interests, tangible interests, resources, and benefits for foundational Black Americans. Period.
facts.
I don't know what
Facts.
she said, but I did that just before I came on. My apologies. I know my charges was too.
Oh no, it's all gravy, brother. Oh, God Des says she's a liar. Absolutely. Because she got straight in that space and said she did not say things that she had already clearly tweeted.
Oh, she a lying
Mm.
So,
politician already and stuff. Ain't even got
Facts.
the candidate is lying.
man.
How you gonna be lying and you a candidate and shit? Like, fuck wrong with you? How you supposed to
Well,
get
you,
elected and shit? You already getting caught lying
well, you know
about a
what they used
5-year-old
to.
and stuff.
Well, what they're used to is the typical protected candidate. And over
Mhm.
here, nah, man, you got to come over here and answer some questions. And if you
You got
can't
to check
answer
your
the questions,
paperwork.
you'll be in trouble. Say
Your
what?
Paperwork check.
your paperwork better be right.
Your
Yes,
paperwork
indeed.
absolutely has to be right. So let me go ahead and ask this first question, and I guess I will go in a roundabout way and end on I will end on Black Voltron. So I'll start going clockwise. Let's do it that way. So Kid Gravity, and for all the brothers on the panel, what does our overall Black First agenda politically, like in the landscape of, and I mean, all the tiers of things that our community needs to address, what does that look like to you?
Well, number one is reparations. That's first and foremost. Because, like you said, with reparations in the pocket, a lot of things get cured, a lot of things get fixed. Secondly, got to address our health. Too many young brothers are dying, too many young sisters are dying, and they don't even know it. Number three, like I said before, we got to address the police. So we got to bring back neighborhood watches, even if it's got to be private owned. We got to bring that back. Number four, we've got to get all these abandoned buildings that are in our neighborhoods. We got to control that. Once we can control that, we can control a big chunk of our neighborhood's economy and start driving these other people out. And I've got to say, number six is we got to drive the coons out because we know they're coming. As soon as y'all get the money in your pocket, I get my blueprint, and I'll be off in Jamaica trying to get them coons right. They're gonna be like, oh, we were standing with you this whole time. We were fighting for you on the back end. Y'all got to check their paperwork. If their paperwork ain't straight, you like, listen, you go back over there to the country club. We gonna be back over here putting in this work. And please don't report on us because you're just gonna be doing it just so you get some hits from your white folks. Now we good on that. So yeah, number one, reparations, and then everything else you start to fix.
They're right on, brother. I appreciate that.
Yes,
And
sir.
again, while we are talking, y'all like and share this on your social media, please. So Black Alpha, you are next.
Oh man, that's a great question. I say the first things first is getting our army right. Getting our army right. And that's an army politically, socially, economically, running out everybody. Because once you're strong on the inside and you got a good core on the inside, everything else falls into place. And that's what we've been doing. We've been working at that for the last, I would say 5 to 10 years. We've been heavy, getting it right, snatching paperwork, running people off the block. As we say on the Black Alpha Network, throwing their ass out the club. We got to be bouncers in here. You know what I mean? You off code, you get your ass tossed out. That's where it starts because we can have the greatest minds, the greatest ideas, we can have the greatest thoughts. But at the end of the day, if we're not tight on the inside, that's all going to get infiltrated. So the code is what the leader is. And we're really making that code airtight. So we got a good army going right now. And we're making a very airtight code. And once we do that, then we can step to the economics, we can step to the political world, we can step to the social world with a lot of prestige and a lot of power. Reparations, I believe, should be the number one goal of every living, breathing, foundational Black American in this country. If you are foundational Black American and you are against reparations, then your ass is disqualified. Your ass is ran out the motherfucking block, the neighborhood, the town, the city, the county. Get your ass out of here. FBA reparations is one of the main goals. But before we get to any of that, we got to have the army airtight, real locked in, because that's really what every functioning society does. It starts at home. It's like your body. If your body's right and your mind is right, then you can achieve in life. If you go out to this world and you have any any type of weak attribute, it'll be exploited. And unfortunately, we got a whole goddamn world that's trying to get us. I mean, if you look, really, we got issues right now with everybody, and we've always had these issues, but the only difference is now we going after them. We checking their ass. Before, everybody would have a bone to pick with FBAs and they would show up here, show up there. Now we saying, where the fuck y'all at? It's Friday the 13th where we get our Jason on in this motherfucker. And we coming looking for you. And this is the thing. We circling our wagons and we running everybody else. We say on the Black Alpha Network, we race regulating. And in the process, we cash in race receipts. And it's to the point now we giving out spoilers. We telling them how we gonna get them. We like Kobe, man. You know what I'm saying? We telling it's gonna go off the glass, nothing but net, and it's going off the glass, nothing but net. So we've been G checking, the immigrants. We've been G checking the black and brown coalition. We've been G checking the leeches of color, the Democrats, these coons. I mean, whether it's a small item like a Twitter space or it's a fake politician, it don't matter. Everybody's getting checked. Everybody's getting their paperwork snatched up, and with that, our agenda becomes even more strong, and we now have the capabilities to achieving it. So once we step to the economic world, which is where we're at right now, we're really pushing it. I see a lot of black brothers and sisters getting their business game up, and their business acumen is really, really popping heavy right now. And they're focused on that. In the social world, like Kid Gravity said, our neighborhood watches, taking care of our city blocks, even Black Love is moving, right now, and that's all because we getting airtight. So once we get airtight, it's just a matter of what your expertise is. If your expertise is, social activity and social activism, then you step to that platform. If your expertise is politics, you step to that platform, and reparations above all. And we unite the city and step to the world as a weapon. So the B1, agenda is us being airtight, us having an army that's thorough, and then everybody else is in trouble.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate that take. Very, very, very great take. Next up is Brother Afro Elite.
Um, Once again, thank you for having this because that was a great question. And I'm glad to share a platform with these intelligent brothers
Right.
and answering this question. It's a very important question. The first things first, we have to understand economics. By economics, I mean the first thing we need to do is get our reparations, and then through reparations, we will that will become the first stepping stone in fixing everything. All of the other sub problems that we have, like branches on the tree, that's going to be easier to fix once we get the trunk of the tree, which is economics. Now, in order for us to do that, like our brother Black Alpha was saying, we're going to have to go through a session of cleaning house. And that's something that we've been doing for the last few years or so, where you had a whole bunch of people, as our brother Nina would say, hyphenated Negroes come in and they act like they represent us, or they try to throw the conversation off. You had a whole bunch of fake politicians come out here. You had a whole bunch of fake activists out here, just like I forgot her name from Black Lives Matter, who was exposed for buying $6 million mansions,
Patrice
and she was
Colors.
out there. I'm sorry.
Patrice Colors. Yep.
Patrice Colors. Okay. She was out there acting as if she was doing something for the community, and she finessed black people out of $90 million that could have went to a million different things to helping black society. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get a collective of black people who are on code, and black society needs to be on code in order for us to utilize reparations in the most effective way possible. And then through reparations, then we'll go with politics, then the media, then education, just like Dr. Claude Anderson said. So right now, we're on the page that we need to be on. As far as vetting people who need to be vetted, we're checking everybody's paperwork. Nobody's just getting the "I'm black, so let me in" pass. So that's we're on the page that we need to be on, and conversations like this is the conversations that we've been needing to have, and I'm glad we're having them now.
Yes, indeed, man. That was a great, great take as always. And of course, by the way, go follow all of these brothers. YouTube, Kid Gravity, Beyond, Black Alpha Network, and Afro Elite. And pretty soon it's going to be Brother Black Voltron Reloaded as well. But as he is getting his feet wet out on here in this broadcasting space in this new black media, he has been a strong supporter and voice as well. You know him from Jason Black's call-ins. So I'm just giving you the heads up. He's coming too. So, brother Black Voltron, Let's get your take on this, brother. You there, brother? Black Bolt trying reloaded. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, I might be having some connecting issues, so just bear with me.
Okay.
As far as the question, what do we need to focus on? Number one is getting on code, and what does that mean by getting on B1 code? That means following the our elder and warrior scholar, Dr. Neely Fuller Jr.
Mm-hmm.
What he said by being on code is, following the nine areas of human activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor law, politics, religion, sex, war, and counter war. So that above all else needs to be our primary goal. Then with that, specifically it needs to be focused on black family. That means black men and black women, because when we come together as family, black men, black women, black love, that we therefore create black children. And then that
Mm-hmm.
black family unit is literally like the cell, the basic building block of a nation. So with that black family, we have black neighborhoods. Black neighborhoods, we have black areas. Black areas of the city regions, we have black cities. Then black cities, we have black counties. Black counties, we have black states. Black states, we have a black nation. And with the black nation, we got a black planet. Okay. So with that, once we get on code, then the first thing, of course, here in these United States is reparations for foundational Black Americans. That means cash check, number one. Not only that, but I would say tax breaks,
Mm-hmm.
um, specific personal and business, no interest business loans, just like they did with the GI Bill, with the what was it, the 1862 Homestead Act, you know,
Mm-hmm.
um, also education grants, not only to build our own schools, but to, fund our own schools operationally. Once we get these tangible economic resources, we can have everything else. Then we start building according to the power economics model. Start with economic base. Once we have economic base that's on code in B1, we can therefore, have, a political base. Once the political base is built, we can have educational base. Once the educational is built, we can have a law enforcement base. Once we have that, we have our media base. You know, that right there is what we'll get on, what we'll get. And then after the reparations model, for me, qualified immunity, get rid of that shit. That shit's got to go. I mean, brother Quadri Saunders just got executed. um, well, at least we saw the video of him getting executed. He got executed back in December. So they held on to the tape just like they did in Chicago with Laquan McDonald. And they hid it from us because they knew the outrage was going to be out of this world. It's still probably going to be a long, hot summer because they murdered that brother. But, they moved quickly and fired those race soldiers, and now they got them in jail. So they diffused a lot of the fire that's going to kick out to get those fucking race soldiers. And one is black and one is right. And that's what we mean. We go back to being on code. Those two right there would be the major issues. And then after that, we can start, I would say, getting back to, getting our property on and businesses up for building our independent black nations. I don't know about y'all, but out here in the West Coast, San Francisco Bay Area, we're getting eliminated. So, eventually we're going to have to do a second great migration back to the South eventually. Um, for me, that's what I see. So, I'll land my plane on that and let it continue on.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. And let me. I guess I'll give my take. Um, what our agenda looks like to me, of course, is a multi-layered situation. So, number one, of course, being economics, because we can't do anything without that. Um, also, establishing our own education, because that is one thing that we have been neglected of since this country's inception, and us being enslaved. So always them controlling our education, making sure that we take that accreditation system and validate our education system. Also, looking at um, infrastructure that actually benefits us as a whole. So they're willing to put all of this money into all of these things. How many black contractors are you using? Because I think they get away with that minority thing by getting some random white woman to put her name on this white man's business application or loan or his business. Now it's a minority business. One of my solutions to that is removing white women from the minority title. And I know a lot of people have issues with that when people look at how that would really affect things, as well as reparations. So two things: separating every other group from all of our claims, and then moving forward into the realm of reparations and separation from all of these different groups. So we will always be identified as one specific group. So, and that covers a lot. So getting to also, you said True Black Media Apparatus is on the high agenda as well. Absolutely. Well, and that comes with the reparations part, being able to establish our own broadcasting network. So, I mean, clearly we have enough voices to get real pertinent information and truth out there. So much so that we have political candidates coming butt naked to the grassroots. Now they are getting their asses kicked, but I will give them. I'll give them I'll give them this much. They at least attempted to come and snow people.
Yeah.
Pop out.
The nigga said that one politician though. I forgot that. See, it's bad now that I forgot their name.
The
already.
Vanessa,
I didn't hear that space, so I can't comment on that. But I'm sure she probably got. From what I saw, she they caught her in a big ass lie, and she tried to babble her way out of it, and that wasn't gonna work because you don't play with Great Black Shark. You don't play with that man.
Right. And so she had to go in that space, and she wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And I think for the most part, those type of politicians are looking to avoid interactions with these voices of new black media. They're looking for the younger generations who will just be like, oh, okay, she sound good, or they sound good, what they saying is good. So you just blindly jump on it. Not saying, you see, they keep missing this huge point. There's always somebody in one of these spaces that got some sense. So they're going to hop right on that stage and start asking some questions. And if you can't hold up with just answering, because trust me, these people are looking for straight, direct answers. Marcel Dixon comes and gives direct, straight answers and doesn't run. If you can't hold up to that model, you pretty much screwed over here. You might as well just don't even bother. Because it's going to be a rough go. And you will be embarrassed.
And they're afraid of the grassroots right now. You know, I always say this is the first time, man, and I don't know, maybe forever, that the black grassroots is controlling the black experience in this country. You know, it's always the lamestream and the coons because, you know, black faces in high places. They were always the ones creating the talking points and controlling the narrative. Now, through this act of B1 energy, we're controlling this. All the narratives are being pushed, all the talking points, all the thoughts are us. I mean, they out here now saying foundational. A lot of times these politicians talk, they're sliding the word foundational in there. They'll slide it in real carefully. They're talking about reparations. They're not talking about reparations because they want to. They're only doing that because we push that to the table. So they've seen that we've rejected all the lamestream politicians like the Kamala Harrises and the Ketanji Brown Jacksons. So now they're trying to come into the grassroots. But, you know, that's a dangerous place. That's a dangerous place. You better, like you said, Zilla, you better be in a protected politician and keeping your ass away from us.
Yeah.
But they want to come down to the black groups and they getting ran out of spaces. They getting ran they getting ran off the block. They getting ran out of media outlets. Because the black grassroots were finally controlling things, and this is why nothing they're doing is working right now. They just had that first black White House press secretary. We didn't even give that.
Right.
Ketanji Jackson, we didn't care about that. Kamala Harris, we didn't care about that. The first black is gone. All the tricks, the tactics, the hoodwinks, the bamboozles, all that shit is gone now. And the real black media, guys like us, even Tariq Nasheed, the Jason Blacks, all of us together, we're really the ones, driving this bus right now. And we throwing them all off the bus, and we're the ones pushing this. And this has everybody shook. The crack pipes Joe Biden did, that shit ain't working. The goddamn Juneteenth ain't working. Hip Hop History Month, that shit ain't working. And then the young folks are following us now. You know what I'm saying? The young folks aren't following, John Lewis's of the world and, the the Selmas of the world. That shit is. When was the last time you heard a Martin Luther King quote work? I ain't even heard it nowhere. If you say some Martin Luther King, I had a dream shit, we ain't going for that, and kids younger than us ain't going for that. When was the last time Yes We Can worked? That shit ain't working. Sure. I was saying on my show the other day, I said, we done not only G-check people, we done G-check slogans. Slogans done got ran off the block. Yes We Can don't work. I Had a Dream don't work. Now we're saying reparations. Yes, yeah, sloganize. Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's sloganizing. Hey, we done replaced all that shit with a bunch of real terms. Reparations, or else, tangibles over everything, B1 over everyone. Those terms now are in full effect. And all that old school stuff, we done threw that in the trash.
And also remember, too, we took a lot of the elders and we showed them the real message they were talking about. Everybody wants to get the soft quotes from like MLK. We were like, nah, that man, we played that NBC clip for everybody. We were like, listen, I want my check, sir. Fuck, I dream, but I have a dream. I have needs. I needs my check.
Right.
Another.
And yeah.
Go ahead, brother.
Oh, I thought you were done. My fault.
No, go ahead.
Another thing that we're doing now, that's something that we've been shamed into not doing before, is we're comparing our position in black society to the positions of other ethnic groups in their society. That's something that we've been told never to do. Oh, well, let's not what's that thing? Let's not compare grievances. Oh, we're not playing the competition on blaming. Everybody's been hurt in some type of way, and black people have been hurt more than anybody else. So when we're comparing and we see a night and day difference about how other ethnic groups get treated and other ethnic groups, their tangibles and their solutions, and versus us, we can clearly tell. And that's something that we're sticking to that we haven't been doing before. And I've been saying this a couple times before, like with the Asian hate crime crisis, whatever agenda that they pushed out, they immediately gave agents tangibles. They designated them as a protective class. They gave them a whole hate crime bill in a matter of months. And black people have been facing the most brutal, egregious hate crimes for years without any recognition whatsoever, a lot of times by law enforcement themselves. So when we're comparing, okay, well, you said, Kamala, you're not going to do anything only to benefit black people. You said that with your chest. You said that loud and proud that you're not going to do anything that only is going to benefit black people. But then the second you get into the position to do something, you're doing stuff that only benefits Asians. You're doing stuff that only benefits Ukraine. You're doing stuff that only benefits Afghanistan. So we're seeing these things. We're saying, okay, you said, Bernie Sanders, reparations is divisive and unfeasible, but yet you're sending out billions of dollars to Ukraine. You sent out billions of dollars to Afghanistan. When it came to the immigration, oh, well, we can't take immigrations if they're black Haitians, but yet we're seeing on our Twitter timeline that you're allowing thousands of undocumented Hispanic aliens over here. So we're doing the night and day comparisons that we were told for the longest not to do. And that's something that they're scared of because they can't stop doing it. But before they would tell us just ignore it. And we used to because we were following the wrong people. Now we're not ignoring it. Now they're stuck.
Yeah. And don't remember, Elizabeth Warren also told us what reparations. What's that?
Right. And you know what? And real quick, I want to, because these people get a little bit of money and start to lose their mind. And now that we're talking about reparations, I can see a certain group feeling the pressure as well. Another group that probably would not enjoy the fact of all of us having reparations are celebrities. Think now, and with that in mind, check this out. Shout out Nas Escobar.
They're doing a special on Mike Brown, the Ferguson situation. What do you think needs to be changed in the way that black men are policed in America?
Leave that up with the critics and the laws and all that old shit. We having fun, we iced out, we having money. That's how we doing it.
So you feel like it's not the artist's place to speak on social issues?
No.
I gotta do it.
Yeah. Ah!
How that jumpsuit working out, bruh? How's some
Man.
prison blues working out? With your iced out shit. You know what I'm saying? Was you still looking fly or what?
I said this earlier that 2020 is the year of the Negro wake up call, and man, was I right? Every single day I turn around, I see, man, this is the year of the Negro wake up call.
Big facts. Oh man, I'm telling you, he feeling it for real up there too. Cause like, yo, all of that, he did the whole Lil Wayne thing. Lil Wayne said the same thing. Guess what? Everybody who did that ended up going to prison.
Hey, Travis Scott. Travis Scott pulled that shit too. Remember, Travis Scott said he didn't care about was it Mike Brown? He said Mike Brown should have go ahead and got situated. You see, they on his ass too. So you can add Travis Scott to the list.
Right.
Free that
Right.
green Tory Lanez.
Boy. In that courtroom. Boy, he was
Yes.
so looking humble and sad, boy. He was looking like.
Back.
Boy, looked like
Did
he
you
about
see
to-
how his lawyer was like, listen, where y'all put him at, it's inhospitable. This is not fair. I'm like, Negro, he ain't white. He's not white.
wait.
He gonna say,
Yes, Gravity. He said he's inhospitable. He in prison.
his lawyer went there when he went to go do his hearing. He was like, his conditions are inhospitable. This is not right. He is a man with excess. What did he say? With that some like resources, and he said this is not. He shouldn't be treated like this. I'm like, man, you in Fulton County. You better stop. Fulton County don't play down here.
Oh man, brother Sincere said that was ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, you see where he at.
Hey, no, that was Travis Scott.
Bag.
Hey, no, Travis Scott. Travis Scott said that about Mike Brown. It's on YouTube. He said Mike Brown basically deserved it. Yeah. Now, ASAP Rocky is another coon. That's double coon. That's two coons at the same time. But no, Travis Scott, he said that same shit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on there. You can Google it. He said it.
Wow.
Y'all saw it. They all off code, man. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Hold your own nuts. In prison. Hold them tightly, too.
No, you should tell young fuck, hold your own ice, my
Hoochie
nigga.
cat busters.
Hold your own ice, my nigga.
Man. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man.
And tell that man it's about to get warmer. It was like 84 down here today, boy.
Oof. They got them swamp coolers. Man. Ooh.
This is the importance of making sure you're black first and keeping a black first mindset, because we live in a system of global white supremacy. You're black first regardless of if you believe that or not. I mean, you might you think class, and I've debated this with my cousin for years, classism is a bigger effect on our lives than racism. No, your race is always going to be the biggest factor of your life. You can put your hyphens beforehand, but I don't want you to ever think that your money will take you out of your blackness. Your money will make you different from the rest of black society, your sexual identity or your gender or your political affiliations. None of that takes you out of black society. You're black first. You're a Negro to white supremacists. That's the first thing that they see. Anything else is secondary if they ever even notice it. And unfortunately, we have too many of our black celebrities who get a little bit of money and they get elevated because they're around a lot of yes men white people, and they think that their money has elevated them above the rest of black society, that they're rich before they're black. And then you have life that always comes and humbles them and lets you know, no, you're black, you're a Negro before you're rich.
Absolutely, brother. I totally agree. And it's good that these people are getting their wake up call, because it's right on time too. Because sometimes we need a certain element to basically be removed from out the way. You understand what I'm saying? So when you can remove them, where they remove themselves by just way of their own foolishness. Uh, Things like that tend to help the masses of black folks that actually want to get something positive done. And now that their voice is pretty much being silenced by the people that they were already putting out bad messages in their music, the people who were backing them in the first place are now turning on them.
They're
Go
just
figure.
they're just streams to them. They're just
Absolutely,
streams. That's it.
absolutely. That's it. And they'll get another one. But they say
Mm-hmm.
come like a dime a dozen, and they're not
Mm-hmm.
lying. So I have another question for y'all, brothers. And next, seeing how going back to what Brother Alpha said when he talked about having our army together and looking at all the different manners to which we need to defend ourselves. So this question is about defense. And defense, how do we defend? Again, looking at a lot of the stuff that we deal with out here in the world, a lot of things are suggestive. So a message to defend, like protecting our black unity, the black family, because they're pushing a lot of agendas down our throat, left and right. And it's all attacking the black family because, of course, that's how you get black communities. So, with that being said, we see everybody up in arms about Roe v. Wade possibly being overturned, which most likely would be because it was obtained on a lie. So here we are. So defense of, because we see like the woman you just said, what's her name, Kayari or Armeni or Fini,
Oh,
the
Afeni X,
the
Afeni
Fini
shit.
X. That
Yeah.
shit, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
We're gonna have a lot more like that coming out the woodwork to combat our agenda, which of course is being together and being as one, and they absolutely want us in total disarray. So, Kid Gravity, how do we defend the attack on our black family?
Number one, be on code. Got to start there. And you're not on code, you're going to fall for anything. And unfortunately, and I did this on my show yesterday, a lot of our women are off code. They want to be celebrated. They want to be acknowledged. They want to be they want a pat on their crown. That ain't it, because you don't know what the agenda of the person giving you the pat is. And they fall for anything. You can throw, look what they're doing down here in Atlanta. They're giving them $850 a month for 2 years. Where are the black men getting this? They're on the streets. How are you supposed to build a black unit when both sides are polar opposites? We got to come back together. Number two, I'm sorry, black folks, but we all got to go to therapy. I'm sorry. Especially our children. We all got to go to therapy. Even if it's got to be the black psychiatrist, we go do these apps that they have now for mental health. Y'all got to go talk to somebody. I've done it. It's great. I ain't talking about go talk to your homegirl while she's burning your buckshots. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about y'all go see a professional. Don't go to your mama house because your mama gonna tell you a lie. Don't go to your daddy because your daddy gonna tell you sweet nothings. Go see somebody that does not know you and let your stuff out, because you can't go into a relationship with baggage. I'm sorry. It's not gonna work. Y'all got to come in together. Y'all got to have your vulnerabilities out there right before y'all meet. Like, listen, I'm an asshole. I'll tell you that straight up and down. I'm an asshole, but I'm willing to change. Oh, that's so nice. You know what? I spend too much money, but I'm willing to change. Do all that. That's how y'all build. And that's something you learn in a marriage. Number 3, they're trying to turn our kids into drones. We gotta kill that right there now. They understand that black people run the pulse of this world. Every culture on earth aspires to be us. They hate us, but they want to be us. Again, line of demarcation. We gotta tell them, listen, our culture is great. That's wonderful, but it's ours. You're gonna start paying dues. We starting to come collect now. Beyonce and them, they do it right. You can't use her likeness. You can't do none of this. You got to pay her off. So them Japanese over there, they in trouble right now because they do a lot of Beyonce cosplay over there. She might be owning that country in a few years. Shout out to her. But we have to safeguard our culture, because just like they predict that in a couple of decades we're going to be at 0, we're going to be culturally bankrupt as well, because you know what they like to do with us. They like to see what we do, let us redline it to the extreme, vilify us for it, but then take it and put it to a level where they can make money off of it, and can't have that no more. We've given away trillions of dollars in intellectual property to the entire world. And just imagine if we had a tenth of that, we'd be running this motherfucker. So the best defense is to rebuild that black family. Brothers and sisters, please go to therapy. Brothers and sisters, please embrace your vulnerabilities. Stop hating each other. I get it. We all are jackasses. I get it. It's tough out here. We all gotta put up these defense mechanisms. I get it. It's okay. The sisters are hurting. We're hurting. Let's hurt together so we can, we can get stronger, because you know what happens when you hurt your body. It heals and it gets stronger. We got to be like Wolverine. We got to be like that man. I'm not saying be the white man. I'm just saying using the nigga's healing factor and his adamantium. I don't want nobody telling me he off code right now. I'm just saying we gotta be strength. We gotta weaken ourselves so we can get better. So please, sisters, embrace these brothers. These brothers out here, we will run through walls for y'all right now. We just need to see the effort. That's all I gotta say.
All right, that's what's up. Thank you, brother. Kid Gravity, and so Black Alpha. I know you ready. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, yes, indeed. Great question. And I stand on every single thing Kid Gravity just said. But now I'm going to add a little Black Alpha Network, no filters to the motherfucking question. So I'm about to get off. So the main thing is like this. We need to get arrogant. We need to get very fucking boastful. We need to get very conceited, and we need to get very prideful. You understand? All of that shit comes along with being prideful, being who you are, and representing yourself. A little arrogance goes a long way. A lot of arrogance even goes further. Too many of our people for so long have been weak-minded, docile, fragile, and that's what got us in the position today. There's nothing honorable about going across a bridge and getting beat the fuck up and having, your head busted open by a club, or having dogs sicked on you, getting sprayed with water hose. None of that shit is good. There's nothing cool about saying you the first black, in the country that you built. There's nothing cool about that. We need to get an attitude. Beatzilla and Voltron, y'all know what I'm talking about on the West Coast. There used to be a group called NWA, and it was niggas with attitudes. Well, we need to be some B1s with some attitudes, and we need to kick up some dust, and be prideful for it. You got a whole world that's always trying to tell us to be humble. Humble's cool, but humble only deserves to be initiated with people that you respect. We're humble towards people that don't even respect us. You know what I'm saying? So conceit goes a long way. And, conceit leads to pride. They say pride comes before the fall. That's bullshit. Ignorance comes before the fall. Pride comes before the victory. And any person in this world that was ever victorious is because they had pride first. This is why it's a Black Alpha Network. You know what I'm saying? We need to be supreme in our thoughts. We need to understand that we are number one. This shit don't move without us. Everybody wants to be us. They hate us because they ain't us. We're great. And we hear about our wrongdoings and a lot of our falls a lot of times, but I like to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? I like to celebrate. I like to pop our collars and salute our own goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? Salute your brother, salute your sister, salute your family. I salute you brothers all the time. When you permeate that type of energy, that is very effective. And the young folks is watching. A lot of us, we grew up in the era of, do it like Martin, get your ass whooped and get nothing. You know what I'm saying? And we got that bare minimum black mentality from that. And we're the ones who broke the chains of that. This era right here, we're the ones who said, no more Mr. Nice Guy. No more we get nothing. Like Brother Afro was saying earlier. Now we looking at other groups and saying, well, hold on, why they get money? And we over here broke. Why they eating and we starving? Why we got to be on the outside and they on the inside? We built the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? So we done with that shit. It's time to get prideful, get boisterous, get a fucking attitude, be conceited. It don't matter. There's times in your life where there's things that you need to be conceited for. And I'm going to be conceited about my family. I don't know about nobody else. These other groups they love themselves to the point of pure conceit. If it's going to be a situation where I'm going to brag and I'm going to be boastful, it's going to be about the black community because we deserve it. We done been through everything. We done built everything and we're still here and we're still making it happen. Hell yeah. Then we deserve to pop our collar every goddamn moment, every second. Our sisters deserve to shine, our brothers deserve to shine, and our kids deserve to shine. So get an attitude, be cocky, be boastful, be prideful, do it all in perspective, but we don't need to get taught that shit. We smart, we intelligent, you know what I'm saying? We can be boastful and still be pro-black at the same time. It's a big, long-ass world, okay? We can do both. We're very, very intelligent folks. So everybody who's trying to keep us down and keep us, docile and keep us to the point where we don't rep ourselves, that works in their favor. I always tell people, if somebody's coming at you 100%, you coming at them 99%, that 1% is what they're going to do to exploit you. It's going to cost you the victory. So make sure that you stay on game. Make sure you stay on code. You can't have a code unless you have confidence. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a code unless you have pride. You cannot have a code unless you represent yourself. So we're getting off all that bullshit coon energy of loving everybody but themselves and praying to white Jesus. That is the weak mentality that has to get the fuck out of here. And if we got to be conceited to achieve victory, then I'm going to be a conceited motherfucker then. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people, these other groups out here, look at them. They ain't did shit that we done, and they're very, very arrogant. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck is they doing this for and we not? So I tell black folks, make sure you represent yourself and make sure you stand tall. And remember this right here. In the system of white supremacy, there's no such thing as a black child or a black woman. All kids are designated and classified as adults. All women are classified as men, and men are classified as niggas. So, AKA, all three of us are niggas to them. So, therefore, get rid of that shit, regulate that shit, pull paperwork, snatch them up, and let them know when you deal with black folks, you're dealing with prideful people who stand on their own. They're not weak-minded, they're not soft, and you ain't busting me across the head in Selma. Okay, that ain't happening. I'd have tossed your ass off that bridge. You know what I'm saying? And this new era that's coming about, brothers like ourselves and a bunch of other brothers, people in the chat right now, we're representing that prideful era instead of that weak era. And I guarantee that shit takes us further. So that's my black alpha, no filter to your question, brother. Be cocky.
Hey, I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you. Good, great take as always. Next up, brother Afro Elite, it is on you, my brother.
Okay, thank you. To answer the question about the black family, we have to understand that a lot of the situations that we're going through is not our fault. Now, it is our responsibility to fix it, but we didn't put ourselves in this situation. And then, in order to get ourselves out of the situation, we have to understand what went wrong and where we fell off, where we fell from grace. We felt from grace necessarily in our family structure is when we started integrating with the dominant society, and then we started following behind their lead as far as how the family should be set up, because our family system, our family structure, and our communities were always more closely knit, more organized, better structure. We produced better children, better marriages, and better families. And then we started following behind their leads of, okay, well, this is what a wife should do. This is what a husband should do. This is how parents should discipline their children. And then that was like a virus that turned into a bad disease that spread through generations. We started following behind how white children are raised, and then we tried to mimic the way we raise our kids to the way they said that we should raise our kids. We tried to mimic the way they said marriage should work. We tried to mimic the way they said children should respect their parents and things like that. So it's important for us to know the history and for us to get on code, because the second we know the history and we study the master teachers and understand all of this stuff, we will, the black man and the black woman, we will be more closely knit, because a lot of the times we want strong black families, but we don't understand what went wrong and what not to do. In order to know what not to do, we have to understand what went wrong. As far as the collective of black society goes, I feel like the collective of black society does promote and love black families. And I'm seeing it more every day that we want and desire strong black families. We have a few people out here, actually. There's not that many, but the voice is always promoted by the dominant society. These bed bugs, these bed wenches, these divestors, these people who are talking about black love is dead, they're the ones that the dominant society promotes on YouTube and on social media platforms, gives them millions of views, thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. They're the ones that we have to be working for to discredit, because they act as if their voice speaks for the majority of black women or speaks for the majority of black men. So it's our responsibility to understand the code and to show the example of what a successful black family is supposed to be, not just for the children, but for other black people to see as well too. Because these divestors are getting messed up because they're seeing there are more black families in love and are more successful relationships than there are interracial couples. So we kind of have to lead by example as far as black families are concerned. And we have to discredit the people who are trying to speak against black families as well too.
Totally agree, brother. I could not agree more. Man, great take as always, brother. Man, Black Voltron, you are up next, my brother. Up next, my brother.
Hey, brother, can you repeat the question? I've been having some serious connection issues.
Okay, yeah, it's all good. The question is,
Okay,
how
yeah,
do
it's all
we
good. The
how
question
do we
is,
protect?
how
Oh,
do we
I hear myself in the
how do we
background.
protect? Oh, I hear myself in the background.
Yeah, I got my earphones on. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Okay, so actually, yeah, just if you mute your mic, even you can. After I let you go, I'll unmute it. Um, So my question is, how do we protect the black family and from all of these attacks that we see against the building of the black family? You can't even like in your emojis, you can't even find the color of emoji for the family. So how do we defend our black families and this unity since we see it is they are going at a concerted effort warring against our black families?
All right, far as I'm concerned, using the information that we have and, the historical reference that we have to decide whether we as black people have to decide, number one, are we going to be on code? Number two, we have to decide, do we want to even exist or do we want to go extinct? It's a choice. Um, the way that things have been going on for the last 50, 60 years has failed as far as the black family. And this is me speaking as a black father. Personally, I think myself, I looked at the trajectory of my own personal family. My parents got divorced when I was 9 years old. And, that fucked up my childhood. So I decided, as best I can, I'm going to stay involved with my child's life, my daughter's life to the fullest. That means I'm going to fight tooth and nail for every bit of control and effort that I can to raise my daughter. Meaning, I call it a labor of love. So we got to extrapolate that, individually to as a nation. Each individual person here that's listening to the sound of our voices has to look in the mirror and decide, do I want my descendants to be dealing with the same shit that we dealing with 50 years from now, 100 years from now, 200 years from now, 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now, 10,000 years from now, 100,000 years from now? Do I want my descendants to go through the same shit, the same white supremacy, the same problems, the same people that are attacking our family? Do I want them to go through the same thing again, reinventing the wheel, reinventing the wheel, reinventing the wheel? Hell no. No, I'm a man. As a man, I am the protector and provider of my individual child, as my individual wife, of my individual family, and I'm going to defend them to the fullest. That means if my life has to go, so be it. But goddamn it, I'm gonna take 100 of you motherfuckers out minimum, minimum, and that's the mentality we have to have. You assault us and our family. You take out one of ours, we take out 100 of you. You take out 10 of ours, we take 10,000 of yours. You take 10,000 of ours, we take a million. Okay? It's a warrior mindset that both the black man and the black woman have to have. You know, the days of us, being on that Edmund Pettus Bridge talking about, oh, it's such much good trouble getting my ass beat. And we have to choose to be men, fight, defend our families on every area of human activity that they're trying to attack us. They're assaulting us from all sides. So we have to defend from all sides. How do we do that? Number one, look to see where and how your enemy is attacking you through the media, physically, through the police, through the political process, through education in these fucked up white supremacist schools, through entertainment with these Sambo class bread and circus niggas telling us that white supremacy is okay and we just need to continue to get our asses whooped and continue and do what white folks tell us to do because that's the good thing because boss is good to us through sex, believing that interracial sexual access is okay. It's not okay. You're deleting your genetic your genetic legacy. Hell no. Through labor, you fight. We go to always, a lot of us go to work fighting these white supremacists every day, and we got to be determined. Like, okay, I got to be competitive enough to compete, not only to compete but to dominate. That's the key, people. You got to understand. War. Can I fight? Am I able to fight? Am I able to defend my family? If not, how do I find a way? How do I find the skills, tools, materials necessary to defend my family physically? Law. How do I defend myself against these white supremacists' constant attacks in the white supremacist society? What tricks and trades do I need to figure out? Who do I need to talk to? Any and all means necessary, as Minister Malcolm X told us, our great warrior teacher and scholar. We have to defend ourselves. Don't be the aggressor, but when we get attacked, you be ready to destroy these people. That means to the nuclear level. Okay? If black people ain't ready to take it to that level on every single area of human activity, then just put up the white flag of surrender and get ready to get for your family to become extinct. For me and mine and the B1 family, I'll be damned if you're going to extinct us. I'll be damned if I'm going to surrender. Fuck you. I like what Brother Black Alpha Network said. We got to be bold. That's how I live my life. I mean, this was before B1. I got sick and tired of getting sick and tired and getting sick and tired of getting pushed the fuck around. I said, enough is enough. Fuck this shit. I'll be damned if you gonna punk me. Fuck you and your mama. I'll kill both you motherfuckers and shit. You know? Fuck you. Me and my family, you won't do a fucking thing to my child. I wish you fucking would. Please. Please, so I
Yes,
can fuck
yes.
you up. I wish you fucking would attack my child. I look for it every fucking day I was in these white supremacist schools. I was like, please fuck with her so I come up and start some shit. Please. And you don't have to be, crazy, the crazy angry black man, but you can be assertive. Not, not super aggressive, definitely not passive, but you can be assertive, let them know, look these people directly in their eye, look, I'm looking out for what's best of the interests of my child. But at the same time, it comes with responsibility, people. We have to take responsibility for the defense of our families, our communities, our society, our city, our country, our nation. Okay? Responsibility. That means you can't be the Pookie and Ray Ray sitting up there. What do we need to work for and stuff. Let the women take it. Fuck all that. A man protects and provides. A man looks out for his children, his wife, his descendants, and we need to have that 500,000, 10,000 year mentality that we're gonna see. We have to use our imagination, y'all. We're gonna see foundational Black Americans on different planets in different solar systems. We need to have that mentality, that what they call Afrofuturism. We see foundational Black Americans all throughout the cosmos. That's what these white folks are thinking, and we got to have the same thing. And we'll be damned if you try to exterminate us. You first, So that's how I look at it. All means necessary. Any and all means necessary. Defend our families. That's our most precious unit right there.
Man, I totally agree, brother. Thank you so much for that take, man. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far, and so it's on me. One of my ideas about defending the family, again, is pretty much it's been summed up already by all of these brothers. So I will double down on all that was said here. You have to be willing to go the distance that you need to go to defend your family. And number one, again, just like in any situation that would present itself around your children, around your spouse, number one, fellas, if you are not married, there is no woman alive worth her salt that ever wants to be with a man that she feels will not defend her. So if she don't feel protected by you, then don't even bother. It's gonna be a long, hard go for you, player. But with that being said, you have to be willing to do what has to be done at all times. Because trust me, there will be different situations. Like even me and my wife just being out in this town with all of these raggedy ass racists around here. Just like because they do not want to take the angle of a man, so they will always pick the lesser that they feel. Because my wife is short, so okay, well let's go try to do something fun. Let's brush up against his wife over here, just doing really sucker shit. And so I almost got into it with a cat at a grocery store for doing that to my wife. And I told him, like, hey, you're going to go around and you're going to say excuse. You're going to ask her and excuse me. So he tried to get a little attitude, but recognized it wasn't finna go on, wasn't finna go down that way. So he pretty much just had to cower down. Well, I'm sorry. But here's the thing. Y'all got to be willing to do that. It ain't no problem because some people would be like, hey, you gotta kind of chill. Hell no. Hell no. This is your family. This family got your name on it. And your name is supposed to be furthered out here. So to let some of these miscreants come out here and act like they finna harm or even bother your family members, like y'all saw Sunday, what was that with Chris Paul? And people trying to act like Chris Paul or something wrong with him. Man, you touching that man's mother and trying to bother that man's wife. Yeah, I'll see you later. I mean, hey, you are not living if that ain't where your mind is at in my book. And you damn sure wouldn't be on this stage with me if you ain't cut that way. So we have to maintain our warrior presence because we are the warrior generation. Clearly, I've survived quite a bit. I've survived the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. We was here when it was pimping and everything was good, pimping and barbecuing and picnics and all of that. Next thing you know, it was drive-by and ducking, and you had to watch the kind of colors that you had on or the color car you bought because it might get shot up, or even the brand of car because, hey, this is what it is. All of those elements there that we survived, we now know how to combat. And you have to be willing to fight, whatever that looks like. We can no longer have that coward generation's influence on us. That's why that black church is dying. And it's unfortunate because that was a place of one place that people could actually come together and at least be together. Even if that ain't your religion, I mean, at least it's a good source of connectivity. Unfortunate that we have to also start looking at all of these different groups, organizations, and societies that have wiggled their way into Black life. So, people go to college, they want to go be on this fraternity, this sorority, or whatnot. You got to make sure that you're not. If you're Greek first, you can't be Black first. That type of thing. So if they say the top and your sorority says, "Hey, we have this agenda. Start pushing this agenda." Guess what? You're gonna have to push that agenda. And their agenda right now is clearly against the Black family without question. Now, on top of that, they don't want white children to feel like they're naturally oppressors. Well, Kid Gravity sent me something that I have saw a minute ago. And again, you don't want your kids coming up with that John Lewis, I got my ass beat bloody on Selma, and I told that cop that beat me bloody, thank you for your service. Nah, that needs to be in the grave, because this is what we are seeing today out of their children. Thank you, Kid Gravity, for shooting this to me.
You better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my goddamn door like that. Go. Okay.
Oh, my Lord. My Lord.
I gotta get in on this. You show up at my crib with that. Nah, I'm racing your whole lineage. I don't care. I will sit down and do the 25. I will do it. You're not finna come up and talk about you want to see my daughter with a whip in your hand. You could come with your bare hands. You don't beat on my door like that.
Woo, woo.
Now, the only thing I got a problem with that video is the wife answered the door. I don't know if the man was home. I wouldn't have had her answer the door.
Man, and on this particular one, I'm gonna let Black Voltron go first. Yeah, go ahead, brother. You got it, baby.
Okay, Black people, this is why Ring and Vivid is your friend. Okay, you need to see that coming, 1,000 miles away. Number one, like Kid Gravity said, women, please don't be answering the door to strangers and stuff. Number two, set your house up so that a little white boy like that can't just run up in your property and stuff like that. Make it very difficult. Number three, have men. Myself, that was my daughter, my little baby girl, my pretty girl. I'm coming to answer the door like, what the hell do you want with my daughter screaming on my property? And I might come with a shotgun too. Okay? Fuck that little racist little bastard. Fuck him. Let me say it again. Fuck that little white boy. Okay? Lucky I'll pull my belt off and beat his ass till that little white boy turn black. Okay? I will beat the white off him. Hey, bust him to the white meat, back and forth and back like his cameo.
No, that's
I will fuck your kid up. You hear me? Like Bernie Mac said, I will fuck your kid up coming fucking with my daughter like that. I will beat your kid's ass on the strength. You hear me? On the strength.
I hear you.
Hey, I will relish the opportunity. I won't even charge you. Shit. I won't even charge you. Yeah, it'll be one just for me. I wish that little boy would come into my motherfucking property with a fucking whip. Nigga, you gonna get this belt action. You gonna get this ironing cord action. Don't let me find some old Hot Wheels racing tracks. Oh, it's on like popcorn. It's on like popcorn. I will fuck you up with the old Hot Wheels racing tracks. You hear me? I'll give you some of that 70s action. How we used to get it. Cut out.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, that little white boy be screaming, he'd be disheveled. Hey, you talk about some furniture moving. Nigga, we have some lawn chairs moving and shit. I will whip that little motherfucker back and forth, up and down. That motherfucker will be a track star. That motherfucker be in the Olympics after I get through fucking with that little white boy. You hear me? But give me a fucking break. And hey, and I'll fuck his parents up too, if they want some. Come on and bring it. Come on with it. I will fuck your kid, you and your kid up, please. Yeah, that's disrespectful. So, please tell me that them black folks handle that little boy and they fucking parents.
Black Voltron. There's more. There's more. Beatzilla, did you see the thread down? The next video down?
Oh no, hold on.
Yeah, you got to go back.
There's more.
Thread, bro.
Oh hell no.
Oh no, the parents went to go see him. The daddy went to go see him.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna get this up here. Okay. Yeah, so brother Afro, you want to go next, brother?
Oh yeah. First off, I just want to co-sign every single word that our brother Black Voltron just said. I wanted to double down on every single word he said. Starting off with the fact that a lot of times our sisters need to do things to protect themselves, to keep themselves out of getting into situations. Just getting a doorbell camera, a high quality doorbell camera that records at nighttime too, that you can see clearly at night, that records the audio as well too. Those are very, very good investments to get cameras in your house, at least like at the front door or whatnot, in the backyard too. So investing in cameras, and I mean, this doesn't just necessarily go for the women, but especially if you might be living by yourself, you definitely need to be getting this, especially if you have children too. As far as that little boy goes, I couldn't say it better than what Black Voltron said. If anybody ever watched the Simpsons cartoon, you understand how Homer used to discipline Bart Simpson. I would have opened that door, and in 10 seconds, I would have had to dig a damn grave in the backyard. It would have been over for that little white bastard. And if his parents came, I would have put his parents respectfully in the grave right next to him. That's all I would have said. The fact that he had the audacity to come there shows that he's just a menace to society, and I just need to take him out before he becomes a serial killer. So in truth, I'm actually doing a world a favor by taking him out, and I'm taking his parents out. This is just me being an American citizen, a foundational Black American, looking out for America by preventing the next school shooter. Clearly, that's a school shooter right there. He just came through the wrong door first. Wrong door first.
Major facts.
That's what we tell police. We just helping.
For real, helping out. Brother Black Alpha, I know you got something to say on this.
Man, I'm still laughing at the race car tracks Voltron said. That shit still got me laughing. Hey, that little Chucky doll looking motherfucker, I'd have sicked my pit bull on his ass. Straight up, it would have been a Mike Vick dog fighting this motherfucker. Straight up and down. I'd have put my dog on. Matter of fact, hell no. Hey, would have been some Michael Vick shit going on in this motherfucker. I got my dog right here too. Matter of fact, got two of them. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I stand on everything both y'all brothers said. I can't say that. I want to see the rest of the video though, so we can go a little further on that one.
Yo, all of us finna look like this though.
And I got it. Let me see. Yep. So here's the next one. So check this out. We do got the next one in here. Here it is.
They said that we can't even have a conversation with them.
Your son beat on mine. I need to talk about these damages to my car. Your son, let me show you the video. If you come outside and talk like an adult, then maybe we can figure it out. I'm trying to have a civil conversation. We can take it somewhere else if you want to. I need to show you the video of your son hitting our door with this whip and hitting our car. Sir. You want to see this video? Have you seen it? I don't know, but I know that my son told me that your boy jumped him on his way home. My boy? My son?
Our son is...
coming outside with it. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Coming outside with
Yeah, because I saw the way you started walking up on me. We've already had beef before.
We don't have beef.
I'm coming to have a conversation with you, sir. Your son, I'll show you the video. This is what your son came to our house to do.
Our son is 13. He doesn't even go to Lewis.
My son, how did my son jump?
Okay, so he beat on your door.
Okay, now we have a huge scratch.
Can you come look at our car?
With the whip, that came from the whip. We need to figure out how we're gonna figure out.
My son never touched your car.
We
you
have
no video that he touched your car.
The neighbor does across the street.
You got video?
Come over here.
Not really.
We have it on video.
All right, get off my property. Seriously, get off my property.
Well, I tell you.
Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son.
I'm showing you the video.
We're showing you the video.
The door. You ain't showing me the video of him scratching your car. Get off my plan. That's my vine. Get off my plan.
Baby, get off the vine.
I ain't even gonna go there.
No, that's my grapevine.
All right,
okay, thank you.
You owe me a plant if
I don't owe you shit. Fuck you. I bet you I'll bring your motherfucking ass.
Can you please stop, sir? All we want to do is just talk to you civil.
That's the problem. You and your kids want to play fucking victim. Your son came over
Y'all are so violent.
Your son came over here.
Baby, please no.
Your son came over here with a fucking whip. Bring his ass over here again.
Please.
See what the fuck happened.
You have a gun.
Come over here on my side and see what the
You
fuck
have
happened. Fuck you, nigga. Bring your motherfucking ass outside without the gun then, bitch.
I've already come out before.
Come on, let's do it. Do it. No, baby, get back. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Nah.
Hey, hold on, man.
Nah.
Hey, that's
hell no.
Hey, that's
okay.
That sister got all in the way, man.
Everybody want to talk. Everybody want to talk on this now.
Okay.
So
that's some bullshit.
See. So let's see who we got first. Who want to go first? Brother Vulture.
I'll go.
I'll go. Go ahead.
I'll go.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me be just real quick. Damn that. Okay. First things first. I don't know where he was at. I don't know where this was located at, but brother should have came with the concealed carry and the firearm from the jump. Okay, that's where you got to be on. Your mentality is the war mentality, the military mindset. And as far as being B1 and being on code, you already know these white folks getting ready to attack you, and you own their property. So be ready for a fucking shootout. Number one. Number two. Have the missus, have the wife back at home protected, ready with her piece, ready to go. Albeit rifle, shotgun, pistol, all of the above. Okay? Be ready to go to war. That means blow that motherfucker's heads off, all right, with your piece. Fuck all that talking, you know. All right, since you don't want to talk about it, I'll see you in court. You know, you want to talk shit, you know, I'll leave your property. But, you know, you want to bust caps, I'll bust one right back at you. And best believe I'm going to hit you at 50, 75, and 100 yards. Okay? Because I practice on a regular basis. All right? It's all about practice. Hey, we talking about practice. Okay? Like Alvin Iverson said. We talking about no game. We talking about practice. All right? That means practice hitting you at 3-inch groups at 25, 50, 75, and 100 yards. Okay? I'll be damned if you do that shit to my son. Bring your punk ass son back over here again. Like I said, I will fuck your son up with them Hot Wheels racing tracks. You come over, want some shit? Hey, do 50 bullets in your ass make your day, motherfucker? How about that? And bring your bitch over here too, so she can get some of these bullets. Okay? Because I got more bullets than you got, folks. Come on through, get some of this funk. Okay? You want a funk? I'll give you some. I'll give you some of this P funk. You know, this town business, okay? If you want to go there, all right? Every black person needs to be ready for war. That means that might be your day to die, all right? If it's in defense of your family, so be it. So be it. We go back to the responsibility factor. Have your affairs in order when you go to war. Every king, every prime minister, every president, every leader of a country, before they go to war, they count the cost. All right? They assess their enemies offenses and defenses, the capability of going to war, and they also check to see if they're capable of defeating their enemy's defenses based on their own capacities. We have to have that same mentality, all right? Individually, our family is our country. Our family is is our kingdom, all right? We have to defend the kingdom at all costs. You bust a cap, I'm busting at you. I'm blowing you away, all right? You threatened me, all right? I came to talk. We got it on video. You chose to fire, bust a shot to scare me. I'm not shooting to scare you. I'm shooting to kill you. Defending my family because if you shoot one shot, why won't you shoot 100? And shoot my wife, my child, everybody else. We are at war, people. Wake up. They're looking to exterminate us as foundational black Americans and non-foundational black Americans. If you black, you're going to get a bullet in your head. Think not, look at Ukraine. Think not, look at other countries. Okay? Europe, Asia. They beating fucking Africans' asses in Asia, China, Japan, Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam. What part of you don't understand that we have no friends, as our warrior scholar teacher taught us, Dr. John Henry Clark? They hate us with a passion. So you have to be ready to defend yourself at all times. Should it be like that? No. If we were true American citizens, we wouldn't have to worry about that. But as we've seen after damn near 500 years, they still do not look at us on Friday the 13th, May 2022, as equal American citizens. So when some shit like that happens, be prepared to not only counteract that before it starts, but if it does happen and you're not able to counteract that, be ready to defend it to the fullest extent of the law and beyond. I'll land on that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I just have to simply agree. Brother Afro, you are up next, my brother.
Okay. First off, and I'm gonna call him what he is, the suspected white supremacist father, is lucky that he got a knock on. If it was me, it might not have even have been a knock on the door. It might have been just a little surprise through the window. It might have been like that. Understanding that this is the parent, these are the family members who raised that little devilish bastard who came to the door whipping. Okay, so you have to understand if this is a small little Kyle Rittenhouse in the making, what type of family he's raising. So you going to the door just expecting to have a civil conversation, like, hey, your kid is a little devil. You expect the white man to be like, oh my God, I would never have expected this of my child. You have to understand, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And if the apple is rotten and evil, then the tree must be rotten and evil as well. To piggyback off of what Black Voltron was saying, in my opinion, I understand why she wanted to be there, but the wife shouldn't have been there. In situations like that, it can easily, by a split second, somebody saying the wrong thing or making the wrong move, it can easily turn into a life or death situation. What he should have done, if he did want to go approach that suspected white supremacist, he should have got his brothers with him. He should have got some friends with him, some people from work, his uncles or something like that. He should have got a group of black brothers with him outside, not necessarily to cause no problems, just to let him know how serious he was. And if he got a whole bunch of black brothers with him, I almost guarantee you he wouldn't have felt brave enough to pull a gun. Now, the second he walked up to the door and knocked and asked, said, I wanted to talk to you about that. And you saw hostility coming from the white man, talking would have been done at that point. I felt like he was being a little bit too gracious to try to have a conversation with him in the first place. It doesn't need to be any talking at that point. It needs to be sending a message. Because had the roles been reversed, that little the white supremacist father would be just telling them to come outside. He wouldn't be going up to the door talking about, oh, I got proof for this, I have a video on this. He either would have called the police beforehand, or he would be ganged up with a bunch of his truck driving white supremacist friends telling him to come outside like this is the damn 1930s. So if that's the language that they speak, and clearly that's the language that they speak, we need to be speaking the same language. the exact same language. The second he shot off a shot, it should have been at least 5 other brothers returning fire. It should have been that. So in situations, this is a learning lesson. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. But next time, if you're gonna have a pull up summer, if you're gonna pull up on somebody, you got to pull up all the way. You can't be trying to pull up and be diplomatic. You know, if you're pulling up, I don't want to pull up to talk. I just want to pull up and let you know something. I'm not trying to hear your response. I just want you to know this little message right here. And once you take this, if you recover from it, that's great. And I'm sure you won't do it again. If you live tomorrow, I'm sure you'll know not to do this again or not to let your son do this again. And that's all I have to say on it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that solid take, my brother. Brother Black Alpha, you are up next, my brother.
Man, first thing we got to understand is that all of their kids are BS, baby supremacists. Okay, every last one of them. They practice that shit in preschool, elementary school, high school. It don't start when you in your 20s. That shit started at a young age. Second, people need to understand there's no reasoning with these people. Not at all. The ladies in there talking about, we just want to be civil. Ooh, you trying to be civil with a killer. You understand? So all of that is out the window. You don't need to be civil with them. And I could tell that they already have some type of mentality of respect for these people. They're coming at them, trying to get some type of reasoning or logic. You ain't gonna get no reasoning or logic with a supremacist. That is it. Supremacy is their first love. It's their only love. Everyone else just comes and goes in their life. You understand? If you don't believe that, then see what happens when their daughter or their son brings home somebody black. They'll get rid of their own family because of it. They love supremacy over themselves. You understand? So that's what people need to understand. Dude should have left his woman at home. And also the woman was way on code. Oh my God. Listen, as you were hearing that, if you didn't know that was a black woman, you'd have thought that was a white woman. She was sounding like a Karen. She was whining, complaining, talking about we want to be civil. Oh my God, I can't believe what's happening. That means that she's so off code, she should have kept her ass at home. He should have never brought her with him in the first place. But I'm going to be honest with you. That type of sister who has that mentality, she's not no real rider. We're not talking about no Afeni Shakur, no Asada Shakur, okay? But that ain't no Queen Alpha. You know what I'm saying? That type of woman needs to keep her ass at home, and she can do all that oh my God shit looking out the window. Because all she was going to do is try to put that brother in a situation that he was going to get his ass popped. And the brother at the same time, him going on the door, knocking and talking all that shit, don't tell these folks what you're going to do. Quit telling the world what you're going to do. They didn't tell Breonna Taylor what they was going to do. They just kicked in the door at night. Rakita Boyd, somebody popped her through the damn door. Don't tell these folks what they're going to do. All this shit, when we put it on display and we got a big ass bulletin board and we putting ads in the paper, letting them know we're going to do this, that, and the other thing. Leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? Real ones move in silence. We all move in silence. That's what you want to do. If you want to handle your situation, you ain't got to let the earth know it. You just make sure it goes and happens. Somebody who really wants to get something done, they do it. They don't do all that damn tongue wrestling and all that damn jaw jabbing. They leave that shit alone. So this brother and this sister, those are examples of people. I'm not saying they were off code, but they were sloppy. They were very, very messy. Very messy. That little boy should have got G-checked at the doorstep, because with me, it wouldn't even have to go to the parents. It wouldn't even been none of that, because that situation would have been solved on my doorstep. But don't give him no pass. Don't handle him right there and then go to his house and talk to him. You know what they going to do. You already know what their family's going to do. They're going to always have smoke, and they're going to always have aggression for us no matter what. They got aggression for black folks when we doing right. They got aggression for black folks when we trying to be civil. You can't be civil with these people. You can't logic. You can't reason. None of that stuff. They want drama. You're going to have to bring it like only B1s can. And go get you a B1 brother or a B1 sister who's precise, concise, and knows how to handle, any type of conflict. That same situation could have got worse. Because who's to say that guy didn't up that strap and then start busting? You would have had 2 for 1. Never let him get 2 for 1. Never let him get 3 for 1. You got to make sure you hold your own. And if that was a situation like me, you know what I'm saying, or I was involved in that situation, first off, I'm not going to the door. I'm not knocking on his door, because now you're going to his turf. Now you on his playground. And these W's, they understand the law. Understand the law. That's what happened with Huey P. Newton and the Black Panther Party. They knew the law sideways. They know how to park the cars. They know how to load the guns. They know how to do all that. These folks don't understand the law. These W's sit there and they learn the law, not because they want to be great citizens. They learn the law because they want to know how they can get away with harming us. So they can point to a law. You saw he immediately fired that warning shot. He fired that warning shot so he could say he was on my property and he was threatening me. I've seen videos. I think a lot of people seen it, where one W was arguing with another W, and he shot the guy right on his porch. This was about a year ago. That guy did all the little parameters so he can go ahead and execute it. They play these roles so they can be killers. You know what I'm saying? So what your situation is, you never put yourself in the position to be the victim. You got to be the the one who wins the conflict by any means necessary. And the first step is do not be messy, do not be sloppy. Make sure if you do it, you have all your bases covered, and don't tell no goddamn body. Do not. This ain't no motherfucking rap song. Don't get on there and press play and tell the earth what you're gonna do to somebody. If you really want to get it done, just do it. In a real one like this, man, remember, mayo leaks too. Mayo leaks too. You know what I'm saying? And put a little mayo on the concrete. You know what I'm saying? And like they was trying to make a motherfucking Subway sandwich. Put some mayo on the concrete, and then they'll get the fucking point. So the kids, the women, the men, if they got smoke, we gonna barbecue.
All right. See, man, that is a great take. And of course, as always, I got the video you just sent me. Kid Gravity. Uh-oh. It sounds like your mic is still hot. Okay, there we go. So next up we got Kid Gravity, and then after that I'm gonna play the video we just sent me. Go ahead, brother.
I'll make this fast. I only got 5 words. Where is his gas line? Where is his gas line?
Probably right in the front.
I wrote it in the chat. His lineage is done after that. You pull a gun on me, we ain't got nothing to talk about. It's on site. I'm not gonna tell you when. I'm not gonna tell you how. Nigga, I could see you at the grocery store. I might throw the whole fucking aisle on you. I may see you at the McDonald's. I might cut all your tires while you sitting in the drive-through line. Something gonna happen to you where you gonna be sitting there thinking, you be like, you know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. And this is what I also said on my show yesterday. Black women, y'all can't be that grandstanding. That should, you see what that man could have got shot. It's like Black Alpha and Afro Elite says, that man could have got shot. Then what you gonna say? You're gonna be like them black chicks back in the 90s in the street holding her husband, talking about why they had to take my baby. We don't need to see that again. You let the brother handle it. If he don't want to talk, all the brotherhood said, all right, say less. We're gonna get the cops involved. Let the cops handle it. You say you got the footage, you cool with the neighbor, they got the footage, you might have to handle it that route. But the fact he fired the warning shot, nigga, would look like a horror movie. It would look like a psychological thriller. He'd have went outside, I'd have been looking at him through the window. Just so he knows it could be any time. We gotta stop playing. We gotta stop playing. Y'all know how the white folk are. They need another Ahmaud Arbery. That was an L for them. They need another George Floyd. That was an L for them. They haven't been able to kill one of us and get away with it yet. For the past year or so. That brother could have been a statistic. Now, I don't know if he had the strap or whatever. I'm guessing he didn't, because the way he was talking, you talk different. Black Voltron and Black Alpha, I'm sure they can attest to this. You talk different when you had that strap on. It's a way different demeanor. It's a way different conversation. At that point, if he was like, listen, get off my property. All right, brother, you got it. You're gonna be looking out, and an hour later, you might see either my people, or you might see some flashing lights. It depends on how I feel when I get in that house and I shut that door. Especially my son, I'm like, listen, what happened? Oh, that happened? Okay. That's the truth. It might be do, or it might be do. Depends on how I feel. But if it's do, you might not have a house after that. You might not have a car after that. You might be the neighbor to come across the street when I'm having a loud barbecue and everybody like you telling us to lower the music. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the dude. Oh, that's the whip dude with the kid. He'd be staggering back across the street. Black folk, the kids. You know how we are. You got kids. You hell, somebody kid. I'm gonna land there because if I say something else, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get in trouble. Be quiet.
So I'll chime in on saying this. When you have a situation like that, you got to approach the situation knowing if this is the kid, clearly the father is got this type of mindset. So you have to be enter every situation. Especially one thing I noticed in that exchange is he said that they had previously had dealings or run-ins with him. So it's like, okay, well, you already had issues with these people. So you know the level to which they're coming. Going over there to try to reason with them is completely off code. Because at that point, I know they're not reasoning. So at this point, I'm not fitting to sit up here and worry about going over to his house because that puts me in the wrong position. And due to my legal situations, that just wouldn't be good for me. So with that, I would wait until that person is like out in the street getting ready to leave or something. Hey man, I need to holler at you. Now then we're gonna go ahead and handle that. Now he gonna be very concerned about, well, damn, he just ran up on me. Now I'm not finna all that. Oh man, and I got a video. I can show you a video. Like, yo, your son was over here, and you need to first off, keep your fucking son off my yard. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. So if you say, hey, what? You heard what the hell I just said. So right there, he's already knowing the energy. But when you knock on somebody's door doing the whole, oh, well, we got this video. Look, these people know right there you are not ready to really put your hands to things right now. Now, if you catch this cat coming out there, so like I said, hey, man, keep your kid from around here, man. And then that's when he'll buck up. Yeah, look, now you're in even footing, and I guarantee you his energy gonna be different.
I got a solution.
Mm-hmm.
You should have did it like they did in Jackson's American Dream. When Joe took Tito and they put on the gloves on the other dude and say, if y'all want to fight, let's do it right. Put on the gloves, let them squabble.
Right.
I got my money on homie's kid. Poindexter don't look like he could squabble. I'm just saying.
Man, I'm telling you.
And so, if the dad want to make it a handicap match, we can make it a tag team match. Let's get it.
For real. And again, as letting somebody run up on your kid, that's where that's that dad energy. Because I want to get at the father and see what's really happening. Because clearly you feel like this. But this is telling me that this brother really, he hasn't got the lesson that needs to be learned. And I hope that anybody out there listening and watching right now hears me very good. If you still are wrestling with this inside of yourself, listen to me carefully. White supremacists do not have a conscience. You cannot plead for a conscience from the devil. All they are going to do, deflect, lie, deceive, and if they can, put your ass in the dirt. And always keep notice, they are cowards who absolutely do not fear death. They chase it.
They can't be bargained with. They can't be reasoned with.
And there's another point.
Remorse.
There's another point. People got to realize. Look how that black man and that black woman treated that little young W boy. Now, if the roles reversed, how well do they treat our children? Tamir Rice, Jordan Davis. You know what I'm saying? We can go on and on and on and on. They harm our children. Tamir Rice was 12 years old. He's from my state, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Davis was in Jacksonville, which is right in the backyard of my other state, Georgia. They don't have no type of logic when it comes to our kids. Matter of fact, like you were saying, Zilla, they love soft targets. They come after our women and they come after our kids. Because like I was saying, in the system of supremacy, all black children are classified as adults. What happens when one of our kids gets harmed? They say, well, he wasn't no 12 years old. He skipped school one time and he cheated on the test. He deserves to get killed. They have nothing but savagery when it comes to our children. And these brothers and sisters are sitting here trying to logic with their children. This is why the game has changed, and this is why we got to flip roles. The same energy they have towards our kids, we got to have the same energy towards their kids. Point blank. If you're gonna be at it, you're gonna be at it. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna have a fist fight or you're gonna have a pillow fight. And black folks is out here trying to have pillow fights with these folks. Tamir Rice was 12. Like I said, Jordan Davis, Trayvon Martin. These are people who didn't even get to see 18 years old. Didn't get to see 18 years old. Latasha Harlins in 1991, she was 15 years old. And a plethora of a bunch of other kids. Emmett Till. I mean, we can go back, and those are the ones who are documented. Then we have the ones who are undocumented. And they have a long history of targeting our children with no remorse, no mercy, straight down the middle. And when their kids come out of line with a fucking whip, we want to go to the house and talk to the parents. And then when we get to the parents, we want to negotiate. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? That's wrong. That's wrong. Anytime you're in real situation, this is an anti-black war. This isn't an anti-black contest. There's no gold medal, silver medal, no bronze medal at the end of this. This is an anti-black war. Like they say, the Russians ain't talking. Does America forgive their enemies? Does the dominant society forgive their enemies? None of them do. And we're out here giving passes. So it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Get boastful, get prideful, get stern, get harsh, and some feelings is going to get hurt. Well, goddamn it good. If you ain't hurting their feelings, then you ain't doing a good enough job. Hurt their feelings, break their fucking hearts, but let them know when they got smoke for B1s, you going to feel it. And until we operate and we move on that pattern, we going to continuously see this type of bullshit. Take no losses, only give out losses. That's it.
Facts.
I have to say something else. Like he said, don't be a soft target. And that couple right there, I mean, they black, so little reverence for them. But I got to give them a half a coon award. That they didn't play that right. They didn't play that. They didn't full coon, but they didn't play that right. She should have been out there with the cast iron pan. She should have been out there with the cast iron pan, ready to protect a man's six. That man should have. He should have squabbled. I'm going to say he should have squabbled. He should have. They need a dog. They need a dog. They need a dog. They need a dog.
You could tell by the energy that they weren't ready to go to war. I mean, just their approach, their mannerisms. We're going to talk to the parents. Like this some old Leave It to Beaver, suburban shit. Motherfucker, you in a goddamn anti-black white supremacist war against you. Number one, maybe you shouldn't have moved to that fucking neighborhood. Maybe you should have checked it out before you, moved there. Did some recon. Number two, you knew how that little white boy was, and like I'm gonna say it again, I will fuck your kid up. You fuck with my daughter, I will fuck your kid up. I would snatch that goddamn whip out of his hand, gave him some goddamn belt action, sent him along his little merry way. When his punk ass father come to my doorstep, well, I would have had guns waiting on him. Fuck around and find out if you want to. Bring your punk ass kid over here again. He might not make it back, and that's a promise, not a threat. Fuck with my daughter any one time. You might not make it till next couple hours. That includes your family too. If we got to call the folks going to be there waiting. Got to anticipate these attacks, people. You are in a white... Let me say it again, in case y'all didn't hear it. You are in a white supremacist war. That means expect to be attacked at all times when you step out your house, even within your house. Maybe you should have built your house with some bullet-resistant drywall, okay, and some steel plates. Expect to be in a shootout like it's Rosewood, black people. I don't care if it's 2022, almost 100-year anniversary to Rosewood. Just had the 100-year anniversary to Tulsa. Right now it's 100. We had a 102 anniversary for Ocoee, Florida. Expect the attack, black people. It's okay. Dying is okay. Stop being afraid to die. Let me say it again. Stop being afraid to die. Okay? Somebody's going to have to sacrifice. Why not us? I think that's an honorable thing to do, to die for your family. All right? Don't be no punk. Fuck them and their family. Stop caring about these people. Stop trying to be the civil person. Stop trying to take the high road. Fuck that. Fuck these bastards. You do unto others as others do unto you. They bring you that warlike energy, you return it to them 5, 10, 100 times. Okay? Fuck them. I don't give two fucks about that little white little bastard. Fuck him and his mama and his grandmama and his grandpapa and his grandpappy. Fuck him. Fuck the daddy and his grandmama and his grandpappy and his great grandpappy. Fuck all these motherfuckers. This is B1 here, y'all. Black first. Who gives a fuck what they think? Fuck around and find out if you want to. Needs to be imprinted on your brain 24/7, 365 days a year until you die. Okay? And even afterwards.
B1. So Black Wolf, you trying to see if they go fuck the mitochondria and all that.
Fuck the what?
Their mitochondria.
Fuck their mitochondria. Fuck, what's below the mitochondria? Fuck their atoms. Fuck the quarks. Man, we'll go subatomic on that monkey ass. Fuck their very existence. Hey, fuck the Big Bang Theory too. God damn it, shit, because we was here before that. Fuck them all. You hear me? From the beginning of time to the end of time. You want this shit? Return that same energy. Tenfold, hundredfold, thousandfold, millionfold, trillionfold, quadrillionfold, quintillionfold. Okay?
Yes, what's that?
I think we should all donate to Black Voltron or some black scientist to get a time machine, get this man some C4 and go back to the first cave and let him blow that motherfucker up.
Oh, Lord. Now, check it out.
Bang, bang, motherfucker. Bang, bang.
Yes, sir. Check this out. So I'm going to say this. With this type of situation, family, like the brothers are saying, I totally agree. You have to maintain this warrior energy. There ain't no sleep in this. And understand, one of the things that I'm going to tell you, y'all better start keeping this energy and letting them feel that presence right off the rip. Because I'm living in a white supremacist city. I could walk in a room full of white supremacists. Ain't there one of them gonna try me? Why? Because I walk through like this.
Teach your man how to squabble. Get that trigger next time, nigga.
They know when energy hit different. You feel me? And when that energy hit different, you understand? Like, see, they want us to be docile. They've been praying forever that this day would never come. They go, but this is the day that we are here, and this is what it's looking like for them.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
Yeah, ain't no coming back. So to double down on Black Voltron, to double down.
Chitty bang bang, nigga.
Woo! So let me play this video real quick that Kid Gravity just sent me.
This is what should have happened.
Okay, so let's check this out.
This is how you handle somebody that don't quit you.
All right.
Here, you got to cut your thing on. At the end of the day, this dumb nigga you want to with. What are you talking about? I'm gonna tell you. This nigga you want to with. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you need to know about me?
I'm trying to figure out why you so upset because I pulled up.
Why you pull up? That's the question. Why you pull up? That's the question. I need to know why you pull up.
We've been getting calls about you.
Nah, you ain't been getting a call about. I just pulled up to my house from off of work. This not you want with. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Why are you sitting?
This is other you want to with. You can pull it. All the cops you want to pull up. This is you want to pull up.
Hey, put your gun down.
No.
Put your gun down.
This is you want to with.
Put your gun down.
You talking about? No, I ain't putting shit down. I'm not putting shit down. This is not you want with. Let me keep it real with you. Hey, man, get on my property. Get on my property.
Get on the ground.
Yeah, I ain't get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
I'm not getting on the ground. I'm not getting on the ground. This is my property.
Why does bro show up outside?
No, I know intoxicating shit.
Keep it on your head,
man. Let me tell you something.
Don't talk.
You with the wrong people.
I just want to talk to you.
What you want to talk about?
Talk to you.
What?
About your driving.
My driving what?
Your reckless driving.
Where?
Get back inside. I'm not leaving y'all out here.
No.
I'm not leaving y'all out here.
Look, what's your name, sir? Let me
Dude, what reckless driver you got? What reckless driver you got? No.
Hey, sir. Let me see you. Hey, what's your name?
Dude, let me tell you something. I'm
I'm
not. Listen to me. Put your camera on. God, get off my property. You the nigga. I'm about to deal with. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm the nigga. I'm gonna tell you something. My property. I didn't do you nothing. I didn't do you nothing. No, I'm not.
Calm down. Yes.
Okay, I just want to talk to him, okay?
You don't want to talk to me about nothing.
At this point, I don't want shit to happen. I just want to talk to him.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Y'all.
Now, there was more, brother. You got to play the rest of it. Wait, I don't know.
That was all I got.
Nah, I think there's the part 2. I think is under it.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
There's
think
part
so.
2.
I think so.
Hey, damn! His sister came out the shower to ride for her man. She way different than the others.
For real though.
Yeah.
She didn't even get done washing her motherfucking hair and came out to ride for her brother.
I ain't mad. Oh, not mad.
Exactly.
Okay,
No house shoes, nothing.
That might be the same one.
Is it the same one that's under it?
Yeah, I think it might be the same one.
There's 2. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you have to watch the other one on YouTube. They got the full video. Wait, I'm finna send you the link right now.
Okay.
Now I get real because you know what happened. That goddamn one of the race soldiers escalated it.
Oh, of course. Blah 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 blah.
They were trespassing on his property too illegally. He told them twice, you know, and they still trespass on his property.
Get off my property.
You know, over a traffic stop. No, you can't do that.
I think it started 14. I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, the one on YouTube.
Okay, let me get this in here.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, boy, man.
This is interesting.
Although I think he should have been better well armed. That little pistol ain't gonna cut it. He should have came out with a rifle.
I agree.
I mean, he just got out of his truck after work.
Yeah, but he could have went inside and got it. You know, had his shit on the ready. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, let me get this.
This not nigga you want to with. What are you talking about? I'm gonna tell you, you not the nigga you want to with. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you need to know about me?
I'm trying to figure out why you so upset because I pulled up.
Why you pull up? That's the question. Why you pull up? That's the question. Why you pull up? That's the question. I didn't know why you pull up.
We've been getting calls about you.
Nah, you ain't me get a call about it. I just pulled up to my house from off of work. This not you want with. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Why are you saying?
This is not you want with. You can pull up all the cops you want to pull up. This is you want to pull up.
Hey, put your gun down.
No.
Put your gun down.
This is you want with.
Put your gun down.
You talking about? No, I ain't putting shit down. I'm not putting shit down. This is not with. Let me keep it real with you. Hey, man, get on my property. Get on my property. Yeah, I ain't get on the ground. I'm not getting on the ground. I'm not getting on the ground. This is my house.
He's intoxicated.
No, I ain't intoxicated shit.
Keep it on your head,
man. Let me tell you something.
Don't
you with the wrong people.
Yes, sir.
What you want to talk about?
Talk to you.
What?
About your driving.
My driving what?
Your reckless driving.
Where?
Get back inside. I'm not leaving y'all out here.
No.
I'm not leaving y'all out here.
Look, what's your name, sir?
Yeah, he should just. I mean, your lady clean right now. She's probably smelling good, man. You should just been on top. You are going to police.
Exactly. They trespassing. All you gotta do is go in the house, and they have no. They don't have a warrant, so. Right. I would say, fuck you, goodbye.
I didn't do you nothing. I didn't do you nothing. No, I'm not.
Calm down. Yes.
Okay, let's talk. I just want to talk to him, okay?
You don't want to talk to me about nothing.
At this point, I don't want shit to happen. I just want to talk to him.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm not the you want to deal with. I'm not the you want to deal with. I'm not the you want to deal with. Let me tell you something. Shut up. Shut your ass up. Shut your white up. Let me talk to this man here. Ass up. Get your ass up. Get in the house. Get your ass off here. Get ass on my property. Get your ass on my property. Get your ass off. Hey, listen. Calm down. Listen. Get your ass off my property. Tom, don't. Tom. Oh my God.
Still shooting.
She should have had her guns ready. Somebody come through that door, blow them away.
No. Back. But you see that white female cop was already on one. That's the same thing that happened in Tulsa.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing that happened in Tulsa. It's always.
She escalated. He should have defended himself against her. That's where practice. That's what I'm talking about. Practice.
I'm gonna say it.
You should be able to hit the motherfuckers at 50 yards away. Boom, boom, boom. Lay them down. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One shot apiece.
I'm gonna
2
say
if
it.
necessary.
Don't be mad. It's always the bitch cops. It's always them. Him and that black cop were having a conversation. They could have ended that shit. She had to be the one because she just needed to shoot her gun.
Yeah, well, no, she's got that dyke energy, so she's a wannabe man. All right. So she's trying to outman the man. Okay, so she got to be the tough guy.
And he's a big black man too.
Right.
But here
because she knows she would have got handled.
Absolutely.
They all shot them bullets, right? All them cops. You know this man only got hit one time.
I think it said he got hit seven. He
only got hit one time. He only got hit one time. They arrested him. He only got hit one time.
Oh, really?
You know, most cops that aren't good shots. They only really they only qualify like once a year, if that.
Right.
You know, unless they in SWAT. So it's like most. That's why they shoot so many bullets and stuff, and they go after like soft targets, people that ain't got no guns. If you look at people that shoot back at them, they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn if they could. You know, they are worse shots than most civilians.
And that's true. That is true. I agree. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and start rounding this up. And I appreciate all of y'all that have tuned in, and I appreciate special thanks to all of the participants of tonight's roundtable. I definitely appreciate y'all sharing your time. What'd you say?
No, I was looking at one of the articles. One article said he only got hit once. Now this one says he got hit 7 times. So it's whatever.
Okay. So but yeah, man, I most definitely appreciate all that have participated, and I believe we had a great productive discussion. This is a start, obviously, of one of many, because clearly we're going to have to do this again.
Yeah, I'll host the next one.
And that's that. And we could, as a matter of fact, yes. Well, let's do it that way. To go ahead and kind of move it around the platform, so that way you can start getting familiar with all of the other voices of New Black Media. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and let all of my guests give their final word before I let them go, and then I'll do the final closeout after that. So. We will start with, I guess I'll go back the other way. So, Kid Gravity Beyond, you're up first.
All right, y'all. I appreciate the invite. Thank you so much. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the brothers on the panel. Shout out to B1 Society. If y'all want to hear more of my jokes and see more of the Coon Mask, come over to Beyond Borders with Rose Gold and Kid Gravity, and Bet on Black with Kid Gravity. That's where you can stream your ratchet music at. And also come over to Kid Gravity Beyond, where you can see the Coon Mask live in full effect. And, thank you so much for allowing me to come on. And also, after you listen to my stuff, when you get your ratchet music fix, you want to hear some conscious music, I got some music also on there on, them ratchet music sites. Just look for I Don't Want to Deal or put in Kid Gravity and, listen to some conscious music. Then you could go back to the ratchet stuff. And then you could come back over here and get edified. So, Beatzilla, thank you. And all the brothers on here, salute to y'all, especially you, Black Voltron. You always bring the full 100% energy.
For sure, bro.
I feel you on that. So, yeah. And, I am thinking about you over there on the West Coast because I know how they doing black folks over there. But, one day I will have you come on the show and really break down what's going on the West Coast because I'm fascinated by that. But, yeah, salute to everyone. Good night. Stay safe. And I'm out.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Kid Gravity. So y'all make sure to go subscribe to Kid Gravity Beyond and then follow him on Twitter as well. Next up, we have Black Alpha Network. What's going on, my brother?
Yes, indeed. Hey, man, I appreciate the panel. I love these panels all the time. This is what, our community needs. This is exactly the right people at the right time. We're all in the process right now of literally changing foundational Black American history, and we're all playing our role in it. Every last one of us, everybody that you talk to, everybody in the chat, everybody's making something, making a new wave and getting rid of the old one. And the things that we touched on tonight is a prime example. You know, we stay good, we stay up, everybody stay focused. Make sure that you stand next to the brother or sister next to you. Make sure we represent our heritage, our lineage. We represent our mentality. All the certified blacks out there, all the B1s, this is our time. This is a certified season. We all know this is going to be a hot summer. This summer's going to be something crazy. I can feel it. Everybody feels it. And these panels right here, I want to make sure that we all keep this going because, the people behind us, they're going to be the ones who take the lessons that we give them. And we're doing a damn good job of it. And we just got to keep on pushing. I always say, let's not do anything different. Let's just keep doing what we do and do it better. You know what I'm saying? So we can get better than perfect. But you can find me at Black Alpha Network. Right here on YouTube. You can also catch me at Black Alpha Net W1. All my day ones, all my new riders, I salute you. Everybody on this panel, Voltron, Zilla, Afro, Kid Gravity. These are all solid brothers. Make sure you follow and subscribe to them. Each one teach one. One hand washes the other. Stand next to your brother or sister. And as I said earlier, do that shit with pride and understand there ain't nothing wrong with being arrogant. There ain't nothing wrong with being cocky. And there ain't nothing wrong with letting the motherfucker know how you feel. As long as you do that and you stand on one, man, we're going to all be good. So peace, love, and reparations to the whole family. It was good spending this Friday evening with y'all. I salute you, Beatzilla, as always. And everybody take care of themselves. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay focused. Let's get it.
All right. That is Brother Alpha. Yes, indeed. Black Alpha Network. Make sure you go subscribe to this brother. Follow him on Twitter as well. Next up, let's go with Afro Elite. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely am.
Right. Go ahead, my brother.
I want to say first, big shout out to you. Thank you very much for giving me the invite to come here. I had things to do. I worked all day to make sure I was available for this broadcast tonight because I knew how important it was. I didn't even know who was going to be on here. I was surprised to see the guests that you were able to bring on here. I love these brothers dearly. These brothers are always spitting good games, speaking truth to power, and that's something that we need in Black society. It's something we desperately have needed, but we're doing it now, and we're doing it stronger than we've ever done it before, and more consistently than we've ever done it before. In this one broadcast, we've touched on many different subjects, and every single last one of our brothers, and especially the host, I appreciate for giving their knowledge and speaking their truth on the subjects. This is exactly what our society needs. They need to see Black leaders from across the nation on YouTube in the streets doing what we're supposed to do in every which way to advance the society for Black empowerment. Once again, I definitely wanted to thank you again. A shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. I see you all. Shout out to all of the speakers. You guys definitely need to be following them. You guys can check me out. at Afro Elite on YouTube. You can also follow me on Twitter at the Afro Elite. Once again, I can't even thank you enough, honestly. Thank you once again. Shout out to you. Shout out to all of the speakers. I definitely am looking forward to the next time we're doing this on whoever's platform. I do think we should like maybe rotate platforms so we can kind of get the audience familiar with all of us. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the next one. Like Black Alpha said, this is definitely going to be a hot summer that I'm looking forward to. I'm ready for it right now. And that's it. So follow me on Instagram at the Afro Elite, and no, Twitter at the Afro Elite, and YouTube. Thank you very much, Beatzilla.
Hey, thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving that Black Alpha Network and Afro Elite. Next up, we have Black Voltron Reloaded, my I5 brethren. Go ahead, brother. You got it. Brother, you got it.
Brother Beatzilla PDX, man. Thank you so much for inviting me on this panel. This is, like you said, this has been very productive with yourself being the host and doing something that shows something extremely positive, constructive, and very necessary for us as not only black family but specifically black men. I want to thank Kid Gravity Beyond, Black Alpha Network, and Afro Elite, man, for y'all brothers, man. Thank you for doing what you're doing, for being, handling your sections of the B1 Black media, new Black media. This is what we need as a collective. We all, everybody can't be Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, and others. We need to handle our own sectors of the new black media, however small, however big, because we are the new black media. This is something we need to, do as often as possible. And, like the other brother said, rotate this platform to the best of our ability and, bring in new brothers and stuff like that are up and coming. And just, let's continue to build, man. For everybody out there in the chat, much appreciated. Thank you for the support. Thank you for showing up and being here, and most importantly, to living this B1 life. It's all about you and me and us and we, because we all we got. Am I my brothers and sisters keeper? Yes, I am. Okay. What we saw today, that we have to specifically as men, but for as women and even teenagers and stuff, we're going to have to defend ourselves against these white supremacist attacks in all 9 areas of human activity. Again, um, we must be prepared. That means we must know already on code. What's that mean? Black first. What's that mean? Black agenda first. Black everything first. White supremacists are going to attack this. How are they going to attack this? Let's research, investigate, and prepare our countermeasures. Measures. Prepare ourselves. Stop being soft targets, black folks. Please, I implore you, stop being soft targets for the regular forces of white supremacy, the enforcement arms, the police, the military, and whatever, and the irregular forces of white supremacy, the white supremacist Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, Three Percenters, just regular blow Joe white boy as we saw out there, the little ones, including them, the white supremacist children. They're attacking your beautiful black children. Okay, the children are our future, people. The children are our future. Through them, we will have grandchildren. Through them, we will have great grandchildren. Through them, we have great great grandchildren. Okay? Remember how precious this is, especially those of us as parents and those of us who are parents to be. All right? And let's continue to build our black nation. We've already started, beautiful things. Let's continue it and be one to the fullest, y'all. Stay dangerous. Stay dangerous. Stay dangerous. Be one.
Black first, my brother. Thank you, all of y'all. I just can't thank y'all enough, man. This was really dope. So I appreciate it. I'm gonna let y'all go and get ready to round out this show. So once again, I want to shout out to Kid Gravity Beyond, Afro Elite, Black Alpha Network, and Black Voltron Reloaded for being able to hang out here. The brother Nino Black would have been here, but he had a situation come up, so he had to take care of that. And then we also might, so next time there actually might be even more people on the panel than we even had tonight, which is a good thing because I did intend to have a few other voices out here, but even still, this right here was enough, and I think we are off to a great start because this hasn't happened before in our area to have grassroots political conversations. This really hasn't been seen since the '60s, and obviously, it's about time we return. You dig? So, with that being said, I'm going to really quick. We're going to wrap up. Get ready to wrap up this show. I am going to play. I'm gonna play one song by my one of my musical partners. And of course, you already heard the song last week, so we will hit it one more time. Transformation. Um, and but before we do, this is the weekly wrap up.
Tick faster, that'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or either one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right, so shout out once again to all of my guests that were able to participate tonight, and shout out to the guests that were not able to even make it, because y'all will be seeing them in the future as we build this this collective. Because we do have to start looking at our political position. So one of the things that we haven't had the opportunity to do before is to come together with all of these black political minds, and coming and addressing it even on a newer, with a newer energy, with a newer focus, with a black first agenda, which we're seeing right now. Some of these people can't even, they have been so far away and removed from doing anything black first, it's not funny. So we are at a situation right now to where we have to basically jumpstart our community. And we are it. We are all we got. We are the only ones out here who really do give a damn. So with that being said, we are going to so we are going to definitely keep the pedal to the metal, the pressure steadily applied. We definitely cannot let up, and we must protect and defend our families, our communities at every given turn. Right now, they want us to get rid of our futures by way of Roe v. Wade. And truth be told, they're upset that black folks, especially black women, are not really jumping on board that line. Well, shout out to you, black women, for actually giving a damn about your babies and having them. Because if we don't, who will? They trying to snatch y'all up off the street and give your uteruses to white men. I guess it's okay if they have a tan baby. It'd be two white men having a tan baby from a black woman's stolen uterus. Uterus transplants. That's the most wickedest idea ever. But with that being said, we are talking about the devil. And we all know what the devil represents. The deceiver, the great shaitan, as Minister Farrakhan says so often. So SSB1, salute to everyone. I am going to play this last song for the fam, and then we are getting out of here. So this one is for all of you, Black first, Black first, Black first, because we are in the time of transformation.
A long time coming. Strategic planning in play. Inject this into my angel. Turn me on my way. Talk is cheap, but my actions are strong. I made my voice and force known. Bring the notes of song. You only thought you knew what I can do, but I'm here to tell you. It's a brand new space and time, and I got a whole lot on my mind. Experience, pain, passion, and hell. Emotions flowing down my way. I didn't come out my shell, and I got a whole lot of stories to tell. It's time for a transformation, and I need you to absorb for this information. I illuminate brighter than the stars above you. I'm gonna shine on you, shine upon you like a You see, my mama talked to me. She had so much to say, but these words they sing to me every single day. I expect the very best, only goodness. That's what she told me. It took a long, long while to see what she saw all along and believed it. Something that lives in me. This is my true destiny. I'm walking through this fire, and now I'm free. It's time for a transformation. I need you to absorb all this information. I'm gonna make I'm gonna shine on
All right. We are back. We are back. Absolutely, like Black Voltron just said, protect your families at all costs. Yes, indeed. You better know it. So, again, shout out to everybody again who was here. Man, this was a dope beginning. Uh, because we are definitely going to be having to do this again. Um, so yeah, we gonna get up in there. We gonna get up in this thing because we have to address our issues. And so when we are in front of a politician or any of these politician cronies that may jump in front of our face, we absolutely can tell them because trust me, they're going to be like, okay, so what's next after reparations? Oh, there's plenty. Oh, there is plenty. And so reparation is a restorative justice package. Financial, criminal, and the land equitable. So we have plenty to talk about. And we've already discussed the attacks on the black family, and we see that very clearly. Now, see, any politician that cannot be black first cannot, in all actuality, really have the black family's interest at heart because the Democrat and I'll say right now, the Democrats, and truth be told, I say that just because that's the group of white supremacists that are acting this out. They just want us to go away or to be in such a weakened position and weakened state that all we'll ever do is look to them. That's why we got so many Biden sexuals right now. These people are in love with them. And if y'all have listened to some of these people that came in these spaces, and I'm glad that brother Marcel Dixon got the chance to get into that space with that woman who was calling him out. And now she's having a space right now called The Fallout. Because when you expose yourself for being a shield, people see you and then other people start comparing notes. The truth can really, really, really end up getting legs when you have so many people in spaces. So if you're not thorough, somebody gonna find out. And then they gonna let everybody know that you ain't gonna be able to sit up here and represent them at all for nothing. Not at a picnic, not at a family reunion. Because you can't be trusted. Black agenda is all about just that. Black agenda. No and here, no and there. Black first agenda. We know what all the tricks are, and we are seeing all these people getting wheeled out because of this $30 million that is simply to stop what we do. This empowerment, this unity, they call it the greatest threat to national security. Put that in perspective. But I guess if you really think about it, all you can simply just say is that Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? So with that being said, once again, thanks to all of my guests, Kid Gravity Beyond, Black Alpha Network, Afro Elite, Black Voltron Reloaded. Shout out to Great Black Shark and Nino Black that were not able to make it. But man, we had a great beginning nonetheless. And man, be on the lookout for more to come. And go subscribe to all of those individual brothers right now. Share this on your social media because this is something that needs attention drawn to it. And hey, man, we got to take control and take our power for ourselves. No one else is giving us anything. And it is simply our time. period. So as we do here on Friday, we will leave you with the bounce. You dig it? So you can follow me on Instagram, and that's beatzillapdx. You can follow me on Twitter, beatzillapdx. You can follow me on Facebook, if you still are there, on beatzillapdx, and on Patreon at beatzillapdx official, and then at Melanated People, Michael Beatzilla Whitmore. And then, of course, you can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. That's ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket by way of donation, of course, this channel is yet to be monetized because YouTube definitely suppresses my numbers. So, it is what it is. But nonetheless, you can donate at CashApp, $BeatZillaPDX. That is CashApp, $BeatZillaPDX. And of course, we got PayPal. And at PayPal, it is Zilla Music. That is ZillaMuzak. And with that being said, family, I hope that y'all have a blessed, prosperous, powerful, safe weekend. Stay away from the crazies and stay away from the liars. And never, never back down from a rotten white supremacist. Oh, something else before I go. Something else my wife made an observation of. That little kid did not have a grown adult person's whip. He had a whip made for a child. So put that in perspective for these demons out here who talking about little white kids will feel bad about anything. No. What the problem is they don't want the rest of the world to grow up knowing what we already know about you and your children. Because we already know who you are. So with that being said, y'all have a blessed weekend. Shalom, y'all. And always slang the stone of truth.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yes. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.
Thank you.